Don't get me started, I dumb out, get retarded. What is price in your head won't be a target. But being targeted in general, me the sergeant. Pay the cost to be a boss, so let's see you bargain. Nigga, I thought so. Another lost soul, head to the crossroads. Send me all those 30 shots, I'm dumping all those. Clapping like I seen in your hall shows. I'm from where anything would've happened to me. Mom crying at the funeral, they passing apples to it. This type of lesson in life, they didn't have a tool. You keep fucking with mice, then a rat is screwed. I ain't trying to be no bird up in jail. Got to work on the block and I work on the city. What's up with your man? He look nervous as hell. I don't trust nobody, put that work on the city.
It's bang bang till the shots done. Or anything ain't a semi-ring you can outrun. Let the ops come cause a soft nigga, I'm not one. Prepared for bedlam cause it's red rum till the feds come. I'm from the back blocks where the bank stops, where we graduated from skelly tops to henny pops. So listen fam, go get your mans if you're missing fam. For the only thing that the ideas is denims fam. G shit, niggas moving silence with the beat shit. Say shit, never that, we quiet and flame shit. Don't spend your time entertaining funny or fake shit. Let's get this cake shit, I'm a hustler to the grave shit. So let's do it, you play stupid, I play shooter. Put it cross your heart and hope to die. Play Cupid, straight ruthless animal. You rappers food, I play Hannibal, I'm a cannibal, give me comfort you. So who you know do it way better, put money up. He ain't done enough, I'm a champion, he get bloodied up. No warning shots, take it however you want it. I'm coming for the spot, I'm long on top, on a knot. Why you out here telling all your business? You niggas gossiping like y'all some bitches. My niggas, we don't fuck with snitches. Live by the code of the street, it's hood business.
Have you ever heard the engine of the ghost running? If you say you mine, nigga, let me hold something. Real recognize real, they be no frontin'. Put that money where your mouth is, that's stunning. Have you ever heard the engine of the ghost running? If you say you mine, nigga, let me hold something. Real recognize real, they be no frontin'. Put that money where your mouth is, that's stunning. Have you heard? Have you heard? Have you heard? Have you ever heard the engine of the ghost running? So close to the money, I can see it coming. Watch me make it squirt, wet like vaginas. No co-signers, big like designers. My fashion all black, rockin' camo. Black Timberlands, I call Timbos. If I wish a nigga dead, that's revenge though. Screw the silence on tight and watch his melon blow. I got demons of my own, my shit be suicidal. Mama friend's son killed himself with the rifle. If you don't believe me, I swear right hand on the Bible. My life changed for the better, they gon' say it's worse. Cause I ain't outside banging out there putting work. When niggas outside dying trying to move that work. How can I wish 100 goons to really pray for me? When living out there in them trenches is like slavery. Father forgive me, death the haters, leave them 6 feet. Have you ever heard the engine of the ghost running? If you say you mine, nigga, let me hold something. Real recognize real, they be no frontin'. Put that money where your mouth is, that's stunning. Have you heard? Have you heard? Have you heard? Have you ever heard the engine of the ghost running? My life changed for the better, they gon' say it's worse. Cause I ain't outside banging out there putting work. I had to bring that part back just to remind myself. My cousin died, I left shorty. Am I myself? I found myself by myself even though I'm taken. Liam Nilsson working hard like a Jamaican. 2 babies, I am the father, where's the bacon? 2 80s, fully loaded, keep noted. Any given day reloaded, burn notice. Luxury items, I fantasize, big lotus. 4-door British European, just dreaming shit. Crib so big I need an island, overseas and shit. Drop top roof in my kitchen, iced tea and shit. Stars lit up in the ghost, you not seen shit. Toast all over the butter, old beast and shit. You come talking that gutter, watch my pieces hit. Have you ever heard the engine of the ghost running? If you say you mine, nigga, let me hold something. Real recognize real, there be no frontin'. Put that money where your mouth is, that's stuntin'. Have you heard? Have you heard? Have you heard? Have you ever heard the engine of the ghost run? Have you heard? Have you heard? Have you heard? Have you ever heard the engine of the ghost running? Have you ever heard the engine of the ghost running? If you say you mine, nigga, let me hold something. Real recognize real, there be no frontin'. Put that money where your mouth is, that's stuff.
Just in case you ain't know, let me get more familiar. Just tryna spread love, you know that hate could kill ya. I'm tryna see what's up, let me make one phone call. You know I got all my digits right, and now I need yours. I can be seconds away from just tasting you, taking you down. You can be waking up naked, just looking around. I can be who you've been waiting for, right in your face all along. And I can be the one you're looking for, or I could be wrong. Hey. I know you sick of them boys from out the way now. And I know you wanna get away. Let me take you to a place where everything up, everything. See, you know them boys just like to play now. Baby, I ain't coming here for games. Let me put you on this plane where everything up, but just don't touch my shit, my shit. Let me tell my shit, my shit. Oh yeah, my shit. Yeah, little girl, let me tell my shit. Let me tell my shit. Baby girl, let me tell my shit, my shit. Let me grab mine off like that. Yeah, let me tell my shit. You could be tanning in the south of France or on beaches in Mexico. Bringing this sandwich on top of my hand, your bottom is next to go. Girl, you've been dealing with amateurs, time to get you a professional. I'm cocky, girl, yeah, I know. I love me, I let it show. Fly ain't an issue for ya. Already bought your paper. Whole world I could show ya. Let me be the one to take ya. They better not come and knockin'. We be tryna wake the neighbors. Tell them they sleep tomorrow, or they gon' have to wait. Cause I know you sick of them boys from around the way now. And I know you wanna get away. Let me take you to a place where everything up, everything. See, you know them boys just like to play now. Baby, I ain't coming here for games. Let me put you on this plane where everything up, but just don't touch my shit, my shit. Girl, let me tell my shit, my shit, my shit, my shit. Yeah, girl, let me tell my shit. Let me talk my shit. Girl, let me tell my shit, my shit. I'ma grab my nuts like that. Yeah, let me talk my shit. You can stay here on the ground if you like, or come on the ride of your life. If we can stay in the clouds, why would we ever come down, down, down? Never come down, down. Why would we ever come down, down, down? You know I love it when everything up. Just don't touch my shit, my shit. Girl, let me tell my shit, my shit, my shit. Like that. Yeah, girl, let me tell my shit. Let me talk my shit, my shit. My shit, my shit. Yeah, girl, let me talk my shit.
HHPOV.
Lost the .com, but
we ain't over yet.
Go.
HHPOV.
So how do you spell your name?
Can we get that on the mic?
A-H?
Fatima?
Yeah.
Somebody's at the door.
Hello, guest. What's up?
Hello.
Heroes Headquarters, HHPOV, Hip Hop Point of View, Thursday, 6 to 8. We here. Bravo
Live in
Captain.
full effect.
Bravo, Captain.
Oh, Shantae. And E, the 5th letter.
E, the 5th letter. What did E say he wanted to be recognized as?
I'm just,
Flicks by.
oh,
Flicks by 5th.
Flicks by 5th.
That was it. Flicks by 5th.
Flicks by 5th sounds good to me. I like that.
Flicks
Flicks
by
by
5th.
5th.
Oh, so
Or
I made a mistake and it actually turned out good then.
Flicks by 5th is one of them, or
FBF.
what is it?
No, Flicks by
Or 5th Flicks.
5th Flicks.
Ooh, you could be like.
Oh, that
Fifth
sounds like a
Ave.
movie production right
Okay.
there. I think he just got a deal. I think he just.
So there's 2 of them. You know, I like to buy the .coms for both of them.
Okay.
Oh man.
I'm listening to Slims now. According to Slims.
Watch out, cause we stacking on .coms now.
There
We're
we
stacking
go.
on .com. That's gonna be the new business move now.
Word.
We just buying.
That's what a lot of people do though. They buy them and then
And
they
then
just
sell it to people.
Yeah, to the highest bidder.
Wow.
Based on what you need.
All right, we putting in 5 Gs and we buying up everything.
There's a
The
lot of
first
money
10
in that.
pages.
A lot
The
of money
first
in
10
that. No,
pages.
just buy all the combinations. All the combinations.
Everything.
Yes, sir. HHPOV, Hip Hop Point of View. We back in business.
Yes.
So we're shaking, bro. I didn't get to see the whole thing for Pearl. Shantae said it was popping.
It was.
Oh, man, it was.
I was so.
Dope.
I felt so hip hop.
It was a completely hip hop event.
It was completely hip hop. Just the whole element in the store, the music, just the genuine rawness of it, which they don't. Very few people do now. They do them in boutiques, and it's not that. It's just it wasn't. It was. They don't have the vibe, but that vibe was good. The music is solid, real strong production.
Any big features?
Geechee Suede.
Oh, Suede is featured on one?
Suede is a featured on a nice track too.
Yeah.
Production by Sound Good, sounds good, forever good too.
And
it was so he
the
got
one
some.
with Cassidy,
Cassidy's
Feature
on
with
the joint.
Cassie,
Yeah,
okay.
Fire.
Cassidy.
straight from Philly.
He got a singer on there. I forgot her name, but she's pretty.
Oh yeah, the girl that he talked about. Then they
Pretty
went to
dope.
I think
She was
NYU or Columbia or
Yeah.
NYU or something. And
14 signed to Def Jam. She was nominated for a Grammy.
Singer or rhyme?
A singer.
singer.
It's interesting. Huh?
Yeah.
It was a good ladies joint.
Did he put the Tilsa joint on there? Do you know?
I don't know what the Tilsa one was.
You don't know what it sounds like?
I never
Alright.
heard it. No, I heard the rough cut, but I don't remember the beat or anything
All right.
like that. So we might have to ask Sal
Did
about
he
that.
do the? Did he put the one with Sills?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
one with Sills that Sal produced?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was there.
Yeah.
That joint's tough.
Yeah. That's
Shout
strong.
out to him, man. Congrats to Pearl, man.
Pearl.
Doing his thing.
Live from the first.
Live from the
Live
first,
from
man.
the first.
Live from the first.
I hope he gets it
Washington
going,
Heights.
man.
Yeah.
He's a sleeper out there, and
Yeah.
he's lyrical. He's hip hop. He's for the culture. I hope he gets it popping.
And he's doing his thing. Like
and
he rolls with Master Ace.
Yeah, he's rolled with Ace,
So-
Wordsmith, and them.
Yeah.
One thing is interesting is that the Heights, they didn't nobody really pop out of there,
Yeah.
and I always
Wondered why.
Specifically the Heights, not just like
from a
people
hip hop
make-
from
people
hip
make
hop
the
From hip hop,
distinction
yeah.
between
Yeah.
Harlem and the Heights.
yeah.
No, we got to make the
Yeah, no, I'm
distinction.
saying
we got
we
it to
have to
the
make the
no, and
distinction.
we made this conversation. We have to distinct Dykeman from the Heights. Remember we had that talk.
No, Dykeman is the same thing.
No,
as
but
Heights.
remember we had to talk about it, and they was saying there is a separation
Between
because
Dykeman and the Heights?
because some people from Dykeman
Dykeman
say
is-
like if you say yo where you from the Heights, they'd be like nah I'm Dykeman.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like Marble Hill. You can't say you from Manhattan or the Bronx because Marble Hill always says
That's
Marble
almost
Hill.
like saying like,
No,
no,
you're
no, no, no,
African
no, no.
American. No,
It-
I'm black.
But
No,
the people
you
do
are.
say that.
Nah, Marble Hill's in the Bronx.
It's in the Bronx.
Nobody says they're from
Nobody
Manhattan.
says
They say Marble Hill.
That's like you saying where you from, and you can say I say I'm from the Bronx. Listen, but you say where you from? I say I'm from Valentine.
Yeah.
It's-
But the Bronx. But when you say Marble Hill, they don't never say Marble Hill's the Bronx or Manhattan. They just say Marble Hill.
All right, let me look at it like this. If you say I'm from Marble Hill, right? The fact remains you're not from Manhattan.
But what
You're
is
just
it?
not.
Is that area code 212 or 718?
It's 718.
718.
It becomes 212 when you cross the bridge into Columbia University, and that's the bridge. And Marble Hill Projects is right on the corner of the
Of
225th, which is that bridge.
Yeah,
So
it's right there.
You in the Bronx. You could say Marble Hill. You can say
I
the
say
Bronx.
the Bronx.
But
I
you,
consider the Bronx because it's right down the hill.
So if you say I'm from Dykeman,
Yeah.
you could say I'm from Dykeman because Dykeman is one of the most known areas in the Heights. It's like saying I'm from Audubon or I'm from Inwood. It's still the Heights. It's still the
That's
Heights.
still the Heights.
But we had the conversation with a couple of people though on the show. Remember?
About what? About Dykeman?
About that. About Dykeman and
I gotta
the Heights.
I gotta revisit it because I didn't know that it was like
We did have that conversation. Well, Sal can verify that because we did have that, and they was saying like we look at it the same because we're from the Bronx, so we see it as all connected. They say nah, Dykeman is Dykeman and the Heights is the Heights. Like it's funny.
Dykeman is a specific area in it. You know what I mean? But also you see Hamilton Heights.
Yeah.
And Hamilton Heights I don't know if that's Washington Heights, but it's in the same vicinity. So, I mean, there's a lot of action with it, but still there's no MCs
recognized.
from male or female from
Nah.
Hamilton Heights, Washington Heights, Dykeman,
Yeah,
none of that.
the closest one was Black Rob because he used to chill in the Heights. Remember he said that?
Oh, okay.
That was the closest.
I'm
one.
uptown in Dykeman.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what's up. But the hip hop trivia joint was
How was it?
it was cute, man.
It was cute.
I'm gonna call it
Cute.
cute.
What do you? What?
Dude.
So
Wow.
break it. Okay, now let's talk about this cute thing. What is cute?
Cute.
Cute is
when
when,
a
somebody.
grown man says it's cute, that means it was a decent situation, not too crazy,
Yeah.
not too whack. It was a decent
I
situation,
like that.
Haven't heard
But-
that word
I
in a
like
long
that.
time. Whack.
You
But-
can say somebody's cute and that.
and it was fun.
Okay.
So it was cute.
It was
You know what I
cute.
mean?
Alright.
That's what I get from it. You ever heard that expression? It was cute. Yeah. See, you know what I mean? Grown man talk. You know what I mean?
I mean, I heard it from women. I never heard a guy say, "Yo, that was cute."
because you don't want to like it was. It's hard to say it was whack. It wasn't whack. It was alright.
That's what I say.
You know
It
what I'm
was
saying?
I
It was aight.
with an O.
Yeah, you
Not
don't
with
wanna
an
say
A.
you don't want to
With
say
an
it's
A and
alright.
2 T's.
No, it was I.
But
All right.
matter of fact, this is what we're gonna do. Since I know Rory's on the way, you can come on now. What's your name, big bro? Show, what's up, man? I see you at the shows. I don't know. I've been seeing you. You know what I mean? Comedians be trying to get at us, but we good to go, man. Show, what's good?
Hello.
So show, if you go to an event, it's popping, but it's not too off the rack, off the heezy. What do you call it?
No, it's alright. It was okay.
It was decent.
Come up to the mic so they can hear.
Cute.
So they can hear you say
Cute.
this
The cute is like a new slang for alright.
Yeah.
for the grown folk.
Yeah,
Right?
there you go.
It's a new saying.
cute.
for-
Cute.
for-
Alright.
Yeah, it was cute. It was a cute situation.
It is. There you go.
I don't know how I feel about that, but if it's for the grown men, then fine.
But Tay, you could say cute.
I
'Cause you're a
wouldn't say
female.
A situation is cute. I would say a dude is cute.
Yeah, that's women. You know, women probably wouldn't say it was cute.
That event was cute.
I think they would say it to be real sarcastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Though.
it depends on
I went to her joint. It was cute.
It was.
Cute.
It depends on
With
the
the cute
situation.
guy.
Shots.
But
It
show
was
that's
cute.
how you know, I'm not trying to gang up on women for team. I'm not trying to gang
No,
up on
it's
her right
okay.
now. But that's how women play when like women be like, oh, you know, he got his little car.
It's cute.
Yeah, that
The
was
car
cute.
ain't no little car. It's a truck. I got a truck. It's not a little car.
Yeah.
I got 4
You know what I
doors
mean?
on that.
You know, you making maybe $300,000-$400,000 a year. She like, you know, his little job. He fronting with his little job. That's how women play. You know what I mean?
You know, women more sarcastic than men. So
All
I'm
day.
sure.
All
It's
day.
okay.
you know.
I think I'm a very sarcastic person. So
They sarcastic without even being sarcastic. Like you don't even know when they're serious, because they just say stuff. You be like, "Yo, what you trying to say?" They be like, "No, I do love you, babe." You be like, "Why you say it like that?" Cause
You know what I mean? I think
you cute.
a lot of them do that. They say, you know, this little job, you know, this little girlfriend. She bigger than you.
His
You
little
know what I'm
rap
saying?
contract.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your little rapper friends.
Oh, I say that all
They're
the time.
millionaires.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
His
saying?
little rapper friend.
Show, this is the language we go into.
yeah, you know it. You know it.
And then the other one is sit up there. You know what I mean? You're gonna sit up there and say
Oh, God.
nobody sat up there and said nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's very true.
You know what I mean? To sit up there. You know what I mean? How you gonna sit up there? You ain't sitting up nowhere, man.
We can put it in one sentence. So you're gonna sit up there with your little friends and be cute.
Exactly. So, show, what's the deal, man? How you doing?
Chilling, man. Blessed to be here, man. Happy to be on the show.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate you coming down,
Thank
man.
you.
Thanks for having me.
So, I know you got something rocking this that's next Friday, right?
Next Friday.
All right.
Silhouette.
Yeah.
568.
Okay.
5668 Broadway and 233rd Street. Silhouette Lounge.
Nice lounge.
Oh
Love the
man,
spot.
you've been there.
Yeah.
Sexy place.
Yeah.
Grown.
Very, very sexy, elegant
Grown.
place.
Not cute, sexy.
Sexy.
Not cute.
We ain't
It's not
gonna
a cute
use
place?
cute. Nah, we're not gonna use cute. But I urge everyone to come out that's listening to the show, watching the show. Come out, have a good time. It's actually my birthday,
Oh, okay.
so
All
we're
right,
celebrating my birthday there.
Happy birthday.
Well, you Libra? You Libra? Joe?
Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio.
Scorpio, all right, you
Scorpio.
can
Actually,
change.
my birthday's the day before the event,
The day before the event.
26.
Right.
So
Okay.
I urge everyone to come out, come out and party with me.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Come party with us. Last Laugh Fridays is definitely something that's progressing every month. Last Fridays is crazy.
Yeah.
Is crazy.
Definitely.
And when
like
people
the
come
vibe.
in, when people come in and they look at like the comedy show, when they look at the ambiance of the place, I mean it's an amazing spot.
Yeah.
It's
I ain't
definitely
gonna
an
lie.
amazing spot
For the
for
Bronx
a comedy
too.
show.
And for the Bronx.
For the Bronx?
Definitely for the Bronx. For the Bronx, when you walk in, you like, damn, we in the Bronx?
Yeah. yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
we're gonna have Mario Wanders in the building.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, so
That's-
ladies,
Yeah, that's sexy.
come
That's
on.
smooth.
Yeah.
yeah.
Ain't
Do you-
nothing
you
cute
got-
Ain't
about
nothing
that.
cute about that.
Nah, you got a favorite on Mario Winans joint?
Pretty much, you know, I'm like everybody else, whatever the hits was, that
That's it.
was.
That's what
you
you
know,
wanna
my
hear.
favorite
That's
joint
it.
was I Don't Want to Know.
Yeah.
You know,
That was real.
that was the joint.
yeah. He
That
changed
was
the game
joint.
with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Mario changed the
The
game.
game,
with
the
that.
game missing artists like that.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Everything is that mumble.
yeah.
You know,
It's funny because I was watching a couple of interviews and documentaries and just going through like Jagged Edge and 112 and
yeah.
Boyz II Men and you know and that whole thing and I'm listening and I'm like there is really like there's some good singers now, great singers now, but they don't have that.
They don't
Like,
have that
they don't
star,
have
they don't
that-
have that impact. They don't have that
that
star
energy.
factor.
There's not many groups.
There
Yeah.
is no groups
So that balance
R&B
of
group.
2-3 singers, you know,
and all
making
sing.
everything sound thick and
Yeah.
all that, that's not there.
Like oh,
these
man.
dudes, you know, from back in the days, they could really sing.
Yeah.
You know, they ain't need auto tunes and stuff like that. They also was performers. These artists, they can't perform. So you go in there, you spending your money, and
We know
you
that.
just-
Yeah, we know that.
You just
Might
hearing
as well
them
put your
sing.
headphones on
Yeah.
and press play on your phone.
you want to get
Listen to the track.
you want to get your money's worth
Yeah.
when you go out to
Yeah.
these shows.
Yeah.
You know, these
Yeah.
artists now, they just sing, and a lot of them can't really
You
sing.
can't even sing.
You know,
It's a bunch
So-
of hype and hula.
right,
Man.
right. A lot
So-
of jumping around and
Yeah.
Yeah.
screaming.
Out of breath.
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
and just like yelling to themselves most of the time.
and they're not really singing or talking about too much. You know,
Yeah, the content.
It's all the same thing.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
So, when you look like, let's say, you pay for somebody to come perform, right? And they come in there. Obviously, let's say they got like 2 or 3 hits, right? Is it your focus that they do the whole hit from the beginning to the end? Because what I'm noticing at a lot of shows now, is they're like do the first verse to the hook, and that's it. That's it for that song. Y'all figure it out. You know the song. And then they off to the next, and they out,
well,
baby.
well, if they have 3 hits, you know, mix it up. You know, mix it up. You know, sing a little bit. You know, remix one song. Make 3 songs, one song. Remix
Okay.
it.
All right.
You know, where you know you giving the audience what they want to see. They
Okay.
want to see you sing your 3 best songs. If you got 3 songs as hits, sing 3 songs, but make it one song.
Okay.
Like a remix type.
Yeah.
you
So
know.
as a promoter, how do you approach it? Do you say, yo, I want you to do all 3 songs. I want to hear it from when it starts to when it fades out. I want to hear the intro. I want to hear
well,
the skit.
Well, it's all about money.
Okay.
Interlude.
It's all about money and what they bring to the table, as well as whatever the promoters bring to the table. So they might want to sing 3 songs, but they want X amount of money. So how could we
I see what you're saying.
make
How
it
do
work
you-
for both?
Yeah, so
you know?
that okay.
So if it's a situation like that where you say, sing a little bit of your best 3 songs.
Okay.
Give me a minute of each song, something like that, like remix.
Would
or
it still
something.
count if somebody is supposed to sing or perform 3 hits and then they give the mic to the audience for one of their songs? They say, I don't wanna,
That's why you have
and then they
contracts.
throw it out there.
That's how you. I
and
mean,
that's it. Like,
there's
well,
not-
but that
it-
still count. They're
it's-
playing their
it's
song.
nothing. There's nothing wrong with that, because that's crowd participation.
Okay.
So as long as they actually singing a song and they pass the mic or hold the mic out for some, that's fine.
Okay.
You
And if
know?
it's for the whole song?
Not for the whole
Okay.
song. You get
Because
paid.
I've seen it. I've seen
You
it.
you getting paid to work.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know?
Okay.
You getting paid to work.
You gotta look at them and you see.
I would pay the person
That's
that
why you
got
have
the mic.
that's
Yeah,
why you
yeah.
have
Audience.
contracts.
Yeah.
So you got to hold up to
Okay.
whatever the contract is.
Yeah.
So what would you like? Would you like to hear Mario Winans do the whole song, or you don't? You pretty much don't mind.
Like I
if he
said,
do like,
he that's my joint right there. You know what I'm saying? So I know once he starts singing that, the ladies gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he
Yeah.
can sing the whole song, or he could remix it, or he could, sing something new.
True.
He could sing something that he wrote. You know,
And that's true too. Sometimes they sing stuff that they wrote that we didn't know that they produced or wrote.
Right.
And you're like, oh, this is my joint, and they did that.
they
Yeah.
you let them be
I like
creative.
that.
You let them be creative with their craft.
Yeah.
You know?
And I've also seen when sometimes you may pay them for 1 or 2 songs, but they got the vibe
Yeah.
and they feeling the crowd,
But
and
that- yeah.
and the promoters gave them a bottle or 2 prior.
Exactly. Exactly.
So they in there doing their whole catalog,
and that
they having a great time.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. Like when they're really into it, like I think a lot of veteran artists are very passionate about what they created.
Right.
So they do go into that zone
Right.
and be like, yo, this one is on me.
Right,
You know,
right,
I'm gonna do that. Because they, and they like to be remembered.
Right.
But especially with social media, you can kind of expose more people to follow you, book you,
Right.
because they hear those songs. So now, it's recorded and it's out there for people to see.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. So we're as you know, with a hip hop point of view, that's our show.
Yes.
And,
HHPOV.
There we go. And we usually have many subjects that we have our opinions on, and we share opinions on. But this one in particular, for the comedy side, you know what I mean? Hip hop and comedy. So, are you a movie guy? Show.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, what hip hop movie that you felt was one of the funnier hip hop movies? And some people don't. Friday. There you go. And some people don't call them hip hop movies because it's like not a genre of movie. But if the hip hop cat written, directed it, starred in it, you could tell it has that feel.
Yeah.
But pretty much,
Yeah.
Nowadays hip hop is everywhere. You can't deny
absolutely.
hip hop.
Yes.
You can't
I agree
really
with that.
deny hip hop.
I definitely agree with that. So Friday, you say Friday as one of your.
Yes.
All right. How about
Absolutely.
you, bro? Are you you're not a smoker?
Nah.
No. You a
I'll say
smoker?
how
Shay?
high?
Not really.
But Friday was one of the funniest.
Pass that to me.
Um,
How high? You said
High.
how high with
The
meth and
movie,
red?
yeah.
You saw How High show?
Yeah.
First barbershop.
Okay.
The first
Barbershop,
barbershop was
yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, I was when Anthony Anderson when they stole the ATM.
Yeah.
I said,
Yeah, that
stop.
was
You didn't like the second barbershop?
The second one, yeah, but the first one was just it was like
The first one was off
it was
the
setting
map.
it off. It was
Yeah.
setting it off crazy. So
Yo.
that one. What you got? What you got, Coach?
I said how high.
Oh, How High?
Yeah.
I like How High. It's funny because of Red and Meth, but
Yeah.
I didn't like
find to
it
be
too
comedy,
much
yeah.
because it was just the hallucination of them smoking and just like
Yeah.
seeing things. I was like,
But
and I
what
don't
else-
smoke, so I
but
really
it,
like.
it was giving you a reality
Yeah.
on
One
of my
from a funny
favorite-
side, from their point of view.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of my favorite movies, though, not How High necessarily, but All About the Benjamins. I don't know if I would consider that to be.
Yeah,
You can.
That's Ice Cube.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
that's
I
Ice Cube.
was
That's
just
hip hop.
in tears
Yeah, that's
watching
hip-hop.
that movie.
You can.
Oh,
It's just
let me go back in time. House Party.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
House
That pretty much
That was a
started it all.
given. Yeah.
The House
That
Party.
started it all.
That was my joint right there.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because we had the pleasure of meeting Play.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked to him. We was talking to him, and we actually, we spoke
You.
about the House Party, and he brought it up, and he was like, this. Now I realize how many people we put on from that movie,
Yeah.
just by putting them in there.
Mm-hmm.
So many comedians,
Martin Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence.
I forgot the one that messed up his leg in the accident.
In the wheelchair?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
had you had Pops in there.
Mhm.
You had what's his name that passed away?
Oh, Bernie Mac,
No, not Bernie Mac. Oh my God.
the redhead cat.
Nah, the follow the drips. He used to do Baby Kids.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Robert Harris.
Oh, Robin Harris.
Yes.
Robin Harris.
Yes.
Robin Harris.
Yes.
Robin
Yeah.
Harris.
Yeah.
Yeah, House. I could actually say that House
That was the
Party.
start of it all.
Yeah,
man.
House
That
Party
was the
1,
start of
2, and 3
it. Mhm.
was the genesis of the hip hop comedy
Yeah.
film, and they was hilarious
Yeah.
between Full Force and them.
Yeah. Groovy
And-
Chill.
And yeah, it was that was hot, and
It
they
was-
incorporated. I love the way they incorporated, which a lot of hip hop movies don't do. They had the music in there. They
Mhm.
incorporated the videos. I remember forgot that group who was singing In Control. I forgot their names. And then Play and the Kid, they did a couple of skits where they were
Oh, yeah.
rhyming. So they incorporated that
Yeah.
very well.
Yeah.
But one of the funniest joints I thought was the Promoter joint with Ice Cube.
Janky Promoters.
Promoters? Yeah. They played it on
never seen
BET.
Show, I thought you would
They
say
played
that.
it
I
on
thought you.
never
BET.
seen
Oh
that.
my
Is it?
God. It is
Oh
funny.
man, Janky
It's very
Promoters,
funny.
man.
It's very funny. They played on BET a lot.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was hilarious, and it was so funny because we're talking about comedy and promoting and hip hop.
yeah.
It had how promoters do people dirty and people coming to shows and
Oh,
don't show
man.
up.
Yeah.
It was that's something you should check
I gotta
out.
check that out.
And it's
Yeah.
crazy
It's
because I
funny.
wanted. I think right before that movie come out, I wanted to do promoting.
Mhm.
And when I seen that movie, I said I can't do this. I said I can't do this. This is crazy. Somebody's gonna kill me.
Yeah,
I was
and-
like,
and-
I
Yeah, if
can't
you mess
do
it up, it's a wrap.
Yeah, promotion is very serious, man. Like people think that you could just do this
and put your name on the
It's-
flyer. And
Nah, it's
put
a
it
lot
out
of work
there.
that goes into
Yeah.
promoting. A lot of work
Yeah.
that goes into promoting.
especially if you want to do it successfully, because
Right.
you could throw something together and be like, "Yo, we promoted it and it happened." But when
Right.
it comes to a successful event,
Right.
and it's one thing I hate about the promoting situation, right? You take, let's suppose how long y'all been promoting this Friday event?
A little over a year.
wow,
A little
wow.
bit over
Wow.
a year. Yeah.
Wow.
A
So
little
here
bit
you
over
are
a year.
promoting something that long, right? And in about 6 hours, it's a wrap.
So,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we talked about
yeah,
that.
It's a
we're
wrap.
Talking about that, yeah.
It's a wrap, and that's just what's the hard part of it. You put so much hard work in it.
Into a couple of hours.
It's just,
But it's
Into a couple hours.
is fulfilling once you see the event actually in its full
Mm-hmm.
capacity of what you put into it.
Mhm.
That right there, even if you see that for 10 seconds,
yeah.
it's like all my hard work went into this right here.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
somebody come out and they say, when's the next event? That's what you want.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
it's about the money,
Mhm.
but for me, that's what I get out of it. When they say, when's your next event?
Mhm.
I'm
That
looking
show
forward
up.
to your next event.
Yeah, that show up,
You know,
yeah.
that's the money for me.
Yeah.
You know,
You can't beat that.
So,
Yeah.
so we're promoting. How long have you been promoting?
I've been promoting for 10 years.
10 years.
Mm.
Okay. And E used to do a little.
Yeah, I
before.
used to dibble and dabble. Promotes by E. That was my
Everything is with E.
my hashtag.
That's his new thing. His book that's coming out is called Everything with E. What is the difference now in promoting because of social media? Because I know, me, when early 2000s, I was excited to see a flyer. It was something.
I kept my flyers in a
because
photo album.
It was dope
in a
because
flyer album.
because the flyer
The flyer
let
album.
you know exactly what was going down, and you can hold that,
Right.
you know, and carry. And now with social media, you just have it. It's a post, and you're like, okay, you know what I'm saying? So, like, what is the difference now?
Well, you still put out the physical flyers. You know, the physical flyer that would always dominate promotion.
Oh, you still
Always.
believe in that show?
Absolutely.
Oh wow.
Absolutely. You know why? Because if I hand you a flyer, right, and it might not be for you. So say you throw it on the floor, or you leave it on the seat, and it's appealing to somebody else, they gonna pick that flyer up.
Yeah, that's true.
Understand? Now, if that person don't have social media, they would have never seen that event. So the physical flyer will always be relevant in the promotion game. Understand? Only thing with social media, you could reach so many different people
One time.
quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's the difference. But social media is a great thing to have when you promoting, but I still believe in the physical aspect of promotion.
So how about are you more of a fan of people using the electronic way of buying tickets, or you like the hand-to-hand physical ticket?
I like to do the hand-to-hand.
Okay.
You know why? Because I get to see who I'm
Who's
selling.
who's coming?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, what type of people that's going to be coming to my
Yeah.
event.
Shows I want to know
What you
who's
look
coming
like.
through the door. You
I
got
wanna
that
shake your
electronically?
I want to shake your hand
Yeah.
when I give
Thank
you.
you.
He gonna be like,
know,
that was
ticket.
cute.
Thank you for
coming.
coming out.
You know,
yeah.
thank you for supporting.
Yeah.
You know, as to if you buy a ticket online, it's nothing wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. But if you buy a ticket online, I don't know how many tickets you bought, who
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah.
You know, I might not get a chance to shake your hand and say thank you. You know,
It is a
but
disconnection.
if I do the hand to hand, I could physically shake your hand
Plus-
and say thank you.
Plus, like with that being said, is that like, you know, as a person attending, you're excited to know the promoter.
Exactly.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You feel a certain type of way when you know the promoter. You like,
Exactly.
and you know, and that handshake,
Yeah.
that
That
love
definitely
right
builds
there.
your fan
It's
base. You
different.
connect with your
Exactly.
crowd.
Exactly.
You know, I got it from you, physically got it from what's up, how you doing, having a
Yeah.
good time.
And that also goes both ways. The person that's buying the ticket, might want to see who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, what type of event I'm
coming to
going
your
to.
event.
Exactly. Exactly.
That does make sense. So 10 years, what was kind of like if because you know 10 years can go by so
Yeah,
fast.
absolutely.
What was it has?
It has.
what was kind of like your first start into the promo game?
Well, how I got started into promotion, one of my DJs, shout out to DJ Crazy Ed. Me and him used to work together as kids, as teenagers, and he was doing a event down at this spot called Manny's. He told me to come down, you know, come out to support him. He said, you know, I know you know a lot of people, and it happened by accident. To be honest with you, it happened by accident. From there, I was introduced to a guy named Dante. Right? He had a drink called Mana V that he wanted me to be a part of, become a distributor.
Oh, Mon IV, I remember that they
Right.
were selling. I remember the Premier joint
Right,
kind of.
Right. So that was my introduction into
Got it.
promotion. You know, I'm always somebody that if I go to a party, if you give me the mic, you know, I could turn it up in there. You know, so it was real easy for me, and I know a lot of people. You know, I used to play ball. You know, so I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people. You know, like, you know, Rory. Rory is one of, like, my brother. That's like my brother. You know. So my introduction to promotion happened by accident, but I love doing it. I love to see people having a good time. Like I say, it's about money, and there's money in this game, and there's also losses in this game.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, but my reward in this game is seeing people have a great time.
So do you remember your first successful joint where you were like, yo, we did this? Do you remember your first successful joint?
Yeah, you never forget the first one.
Yeah, I go
You
back there every day.
Yeah.
You never forget the first one.
So what was the first joint?
The first joint I had that was my most successful one when I started was at Wish 37.
Oh, Wish
37.
I remember.
When you
Wait, was that the one in the Bronx or downtown?
Yeah, in the Bronx.
Oh, in the Bronx. Gotcha.
When you able to build a rapport with the owner where he's letting you run the show, in his establishment,
Yeah.
then you wanted something.
No, absolutely.
You know, I've promoted many places, many different events, but that place there, I built family there. You know, when you able to bring your own staff in, then you got different promoters calling you to see if they can do events in your place that you helped build. That's always gonna be
Wish 37.
Wish 37.
Now, what was the secret sauce to get it popping?
Word of mouth.
Word of mouth. Okay.
Entertainment, man. When people go out, they want to be entertained. You know, you gotta have a great DJ.
Oh, that's a fact.
That's a key.
You gotta have a great DJ. You know, and the place was a nice spot. You know, it was a it looked like you was in Soho type of place. You know,
Is it still open?
Yeah, it's still open.
Yeah, I seen
It's
it
still
every
open.
once in a while.
It's changed up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, but when people came in there, they thought they was in Soho. You know, but you getting that urban, you know, vibe, and you know, people coming out having a good time and telling somebody
Other
else.
people.
And that's how we was able to build what we built. And like I said, when you start from nothing and you build it into, everybody know about Wish 37. Everybody know about, all the big promoters know about Wish 37, and they calling. You know, promoters that, you know, you ain't even know promoted, calling you saying, yo, listen, I got an event that I want to do. This is, you know.
Or the parties that they promoted that you wanted to rock with, that you knew was popular.
Now they want to involve you into what they doing.
Yeah.
Understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, Wish 37, that's.
So the
that's
biggest
it.
loss, what was your biggest loss? See, I don't remember that.
I'm trying. I'm
I can't really.
I'm trying to forget.
I can't really remember too many losses. I might have had a situation where it might have been something where I broke even.
Yeah.
You know, but a lot.
No heavy loss.
Nah.
Okay. That's a great story. Keep that going. So we're gonna get into the nitty gritty questions. You ready for the nitty gritty questions?
Absolutely.
Okay. So here we go. So dress code.
Well, for Friday's event,
No, for any event or parties in general.
it depends on what the event is.
Okay, but let me give you this. Dudes coming to the door, right? Let's say the dress code is casual, right? Show you letting cats in casual. You know what I mean? You got 3 or 4 baddies walk by, right? Dudes coming in casual, right? I just want to remind you that you do. Dudes coming in casual, you got 3 or 4 baddies walk by. They got sneakers on, but they baddies though. Show. What's your call?
I mean, it depends on what's in the building. You know, if
This don't sound right, show.
No.
Exactly.
Listen, it depends on what's in the building and what type of event it is.
It's casual, show. It's casual.
He said, "What kind of casual
What
we
kind of
talking?"
casual?
It depends.
So give me an example. Give me an example.
Well, if I'm letting dudes in and casual, you got sneakers on, jeans, and a button up. If a bad female comes by and she has sneakers on, but she looks kind of casual, you know, she could get in. It depends on, like I said, depends on the event. Now, if it's a grown and sexy event, and majority of the people in there is dressed, you know, to impress, they got blazers on and stuff like that. Chances is, I don't care how bad you are, you know.
Okay, so let's go with casual. Let's go with casual, right?
What about her
But
feet?
casual, no sneakers. Casual, no. Shantae, you ad libbing something? Is this? If you, speaking to the mic, if you want to say something.
Hey, what about her feet hurt? You know, sometimes
Hey,
it
listen.
depends on the weather. As
Take
well.
take them off when you
Well,
get
if her
inside.
feet hurt. They are.
No,
Take them
because-
off when you get
flat.
inside.
No, because
Take them
I
off
have
when you get
seen-
Rock
inside.
some flats.
No,
Breeze, what up, baby?
I have seen.
Rock some flats.
you know, no, but I'm saying I'm seeing people go in with 20-inch stilettos, right? Because that's the dress code. And then all of a sudden they got in a duffel bag that they brought,
That's different.
and they pulling out some sneakers.
That's
So
different. That
it's
happens all the
like,
time.
alright,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
You have
Like-
females that come in the club with stilettos on,
Yeah.
and when they get in there, their feet is killing
I'm
them
like,
because
"Dad,
they
that's
want to
for
be
5
cute,
minutes."
Like-
and they got on chancletas.
Yeah.
Like,
Or next thing you know, they trying to run a full. They want to run a full
Yeah.
or do track.
Like I remember, I don't know if it was an official rule, but I know that they was doing it at the 4040 when 4040s first
Was
opened up.
popping.
For you to go in with sneakers, your sneakers had to be brand new, out the
Yeah.
box. out the box.
How would you
and
know
they
if it
would
was
check.
out the
They were
box?
checking your soul.
Oh.
They would check the sole of your sneakers
I
and
mean,
see.
you gotta walk outside the street, so it's gonna
Nah,
be
a lot of
dirty.
people. You know, when
gotta
you
take
roll
a
up in the
cab.
car,
Mhm.
they take the snake. So I don't know if it's
It's not
if
like
it
that
was an
anymore.
official rule.
That's crazy.
But I know that they was doing that for a second. So I don't know
I
if
can
it was
see
just.
that. I
I don't
can
know
see
if it was
that.
just the bouncers doing it.
No, I could see that because that was when Jay was doing the button up with the Air Ones.
Yeah.
So that was the look.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not like that.
That was the look where the ones had to be crispy.
It-
You
it-
wasn't coming in with the dirty
It
one.
really all depends on the event.
Okay, so because Shantae tried to bail you out real quick. Bail herself out, really. You know what I mean? What if feet hurt? There's nice flats. You know what I mean? There's some beautiful
I wear some
flats for
flats,
women.
I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Nowadays,
I've seen
what I'm
some
saying?
loafers for women that are fantastic.
But
Yeah.
but my thing was, but
Go
what
get
if
you
she
some
comes
Uggs.
in with chocolatas? Like, look, my heels was gonna come off regardless. I'm rocking what I'm wearing now. I'm wearing my chocolatas
some
straight
places-
there.
I say no.
Some
See?
places,
But you're gonna let her walk in with heels for 5 seconds and then wear chocolata?
Yeah.
Show that the question's for you, Sean.
It all depends on the situation. It all depends on the event.
I'm gonna call Show the negotiator.
It depends on the event because if I have an after work event going on,
Okay, that's
it's different. That's what I'm saying.
All right,
It's
let's start with
different.
that. Let's start with
Okay.
that. After work
After
event.
work.
After
Oh,
work
that's
event.
acceptable.
Right? Cats is coming in, business casual, obviously, and no sneakers. Let's put that out there, right? Business casual event, no sneakers, right? Now you got Shorty walking in, right, with the corporate outfit, and got the Skechers, or the the Asics, you know what I mean,
The
the running
Skechers.
sneakers. You know how the girls play, right? And they come in there, but they corporate.
They cute.
What's your call?
I mean, it's obvious. You can see they coming from work. You know, and you can see they probably have their shoes in their bag.
Mm-hmm.
You know, coming from work. It's an after work event.
So you gonna let them in?
Absolutely.
So
Okay.
what
Check.
can you say? Let's see the shoes.
Can
Let's
you
see
say
the
and
shoes.
does
That's
somebody
what
be offended?
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, we can
Okay.
do that.
That's
All right.
We have the right to be
I
selective
wouldn't
of
be
what we do.
offended. I
I
wouldn't
need
be
to see your
offended.
shoes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
She's like,
let's-
they're in my cupboard, in my cubicle.
yeah, right. They're
In
under my
cubicle."
desk.
Yeah, they under
Yeah,
your
but,
but-
you know, like you just said, the description you just gave. What's the chances that you ain't just come from work dressed like that?
And that's fair. And
You
that's
know?
fair. Now, the dude. Now, you got dude, business casual, right? He come in and
Still
you know
after
what I'm
work,
saying?
after work,
After work, right?
Okay.
After work event. We set up the after work event.
Okay.
And he got the mics on. He got the sevens, brand new sevens,
Hey.
patent leather.
Straight.
Right? But he business casual,
See,
right?
but if he-
Straight from Mike.
If he's
Mike
cute,
gave it to himself.
if he's cute,
If
oh
he
my
cute.
God. That's why you ain't promoting.
You can't. That's why you can't have.
What you got,
like-
Show? What you say?
Again, it's still an after work event.
So you let him
Okay.
slide.
Yeah.
Okay. Because and that's good to hear because brothers at the promotional front area, they sometimes I feel like, you know what I mean, they'll give the female the break.
But chop down on the dude.
And
You know,
the
you-
brothers
Whoa,
make,
whoa.
and the brothers are spending more money.
The reason why that happens is because the females attract the dudes to come in. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So they gonna give the females a break. You know, and that's just
But don't the brothers spend more money?
absolutely.
So why wouldn't you give
That's
the
not.
brothers-
Let's not get it twisted. It's females out here that be spending bread.
Yeah, they do.
It's
They do.
females out here that be
especially
spending
depending on the
bread.
event.
Yeah, it's females out here that be spending money,
Yeah.
and it's females out here that be spending more money than men.
Okay.
I'm keeping it 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. All right, so now let's go to the upscale event, Grown and Sexy. Okay? Grown and Sexy. Dude come in, you know, to the nines, he good. Right? Female come in with the chunclets.
Absolutely not.
You gonna have to change that before you walk in.
Absolutely.
I'm not even
Absolutely.
a promoter. I'm not even a promoter,
No,
but I'm going
absolutely.
with that.
I
Like
agree.
I want to see you sexy.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I don't need that slipper shit.
Okay. But now
Sorry.
What if she's wearing the Rihanna little Puma things?
Nah,
Absolutely
those
not.
are the worst. You
The-
do
the-
better just wear
no,
the.
no Puma Fox,
No
the
Puma
fur,
Fox, the
No.
fur.
the Fox slippers.
I hate.
Grown,
I
when
hate
you go
those
grown and
shits.
sexy, you going grown and sexy.
Yeah.
And the
It may be grown and sexy for somebody else's eyes, though. What
But
if a man thinks
that's
grown
but see,
and
but
sexy?
but see, that's for the people that's not trained correctly.
and you
That-
specify what grown and sexy is
Okay.
for the event.
for the event. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, so what's the difference between Show? Because you hear what you said. You said absolutely not, right? They come in with the chunclets, right? They come in with the ninja slippers, right? And you like, yo, that's not gonna happen. I don't care. I don't care if they Louis Vuitton. or Michael Burge or whatever.
They Gucci.
We ain't doing this, right?
Yeah.
Let's get this. Put this on. Come in, or you're not coming in, right? Do you? If they say no, I bought my ticket. Well, all right, let me get my money back. Do you give them the money back?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Because you specify
On the flyer,
on
originally.
the flyer or social media, however way you getting the information out, you specify the dress code is.
Okay. Now.
Well, if you say heels are a must, I have seen that
You
on the
have
live
to
flyers,
specify.
then I agree. I wouldn't
You
give
have
money
to-
back.
you have
Yeah,
to
to say
specify.
even to say that, that's a problem. It's usually a problem when you got to say that. But now she's in the party. What's the difference between
Thank
her
you.
show taking it off in about
2 seconds.
in one Drake song?
Because you came
After
in,
one Drake song, it's off. What's the difference?
Because you came into the situation, you came into the venue in your dress code.
I understand.
But show you messing up the look.
Nah.
Brothers is out there doing it
He's
how they
saying
supposed
it's
to
his
do,
look.
and they look around. They see
If-
they see their grandmother. It's like their
But,
grandmother.
but it's typical for a female to take her shoes off in
Yeah.
the club.
It's disgusting. Ladies, stop
Understand?
doing that out there. Get your feet done. Wear them heels.
and
Show they got
Be
they
comfortable.
got to find some comfortable shoes,
Yeah,
man.
you're doing
It's,
a lot.
it's messing up the look, man.
nine times out of 10, they got their feet done. You know, if they go into a grown and sexy event, I guarantee you they have their feet done.
I was ready for this question.
Better
Wow,
have them.
they better.
That should be on the flyer
Yeah.
too.
Feet
Feet
done?
need to be done.
If you got to put that on the fly, it's the wrong type of
Yeah.
party.
Yeah.
But
Nah,
but
nah,
but
put
his,
it on. Put it
but
on.
here's this
Nah,
now.
you can't
I was
put
waiting
that.
for this part.
Put
This is
it
the
on.
part, right? This is the clincher now show. I was setting it up. It's the crescendo, right? So you see Shorty, you know what I mean? She got her joints off, you know what I mean? You ain't saying nothing, right? A couple of crews or chicks got their joints off. You ain't saying nothing. It's a party, right? They came in with the proper attire. You see me in my chancletas now.
Oh no!
All
Why
right?
are you in charge?
You see me and my peoples walking around chancletas. You know what I'm saying? we got our $500, $400 shoes
Okay.
up under that VIP.
Okay.
So would you come up to me and be like, yo, you need to put your shoes on?
Yo,
what is going
I
on?
feed her too. It's very rare. It's very rare that you would ever see that a man gonna walk around. He gonna come in there with shoes and take his shoes off and put on
Hey.
some slippers. You know, it's very. I've never seen it.
The Fenty.
I've never seen it. I've never seen
You gonna
it.
see it
You
now?
gonna start seeing it now.
Nah.
You gonna see it next Friday.
You gonna see it next
I'll
Friday.
be right in front of Mario Winans with the chancletas out. Feet
I've
done
never
like.
seen that. I've never seen it, but you know, I feed her too.
Yeah, I
Okay.
respect it.
I
I
feed
see.
her too.
I
See,
Let's keep
I
it
respect
real.
the show. It's promoter of the
Let's
year.
keep it real.
Show's promoter of the year, man. I respect it, man.
You gonna get clowned? You gonna get clowned on?
He's like, I can't tell you the consequences.
You
know,
better not
but-
have a suit on and have white
Exactly.
tube socks.
Exactly. So you be embarrassing yourself.
Oh yeah,
a man would
a
be
lady would
embarrassing
definitely hit you with the. Yeah, that's cute. He got a little cute job and all.
Now,
And if he got them suits,
now
them
you're
suits.
cute. Now
You know
you're
what?
cute.
You know
himself. You
what?
can't just wear any
Socks
kind
on.
of. You can't just wear any kind of
Socks.
slippers. You gotta wear some Gucci or something like
yeah,
that.
Right, yeah, some Ferragamos or something.
Yeah.
You
But I
come
say
over
this
there
though.
with some Crocs.
Nah.
You gonna see them next Friday.
Cracks with some Batman, Superman,
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse.
They gonna
in 'em.
know. They gonna know you got bad feet.
Crocs by E. The fifth
You
letter.
order some hot water at the bar and soak your feet. You know what I mean?
But I'll say this, yo. I think I'm gonna have to start the conversation, man. I'm gonna set it off, man. I'm gonna do it. Boom, pop out like my feet hurt. You know what I'm
You
saying?
gonna do it?
I'm gonna do it. I'm just being some slippers, like
All right.
see what they say.
But watch the
See
slippers
what
he
they
come
say.
through with.
Yeah,
So
he
they
don't
go
even
ahead
got
and do
it.
it.
I'm gonna have to get you. Do you want me to get you some chocolatas?
No, I have a lot of slippers.
Nah,
Okay.
he got some joints. He
Yeah,
got
I got
some
it
joints. He
for
got
every occasion.
Okay.
So we could rock that type of time. And I'm gonna make sure the slippers is appropriate. You know what I mean? For where we at. If it's a hip hop event, you know what I mean? Slippers will probably be like some Yankee slippers. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing out of pocket. You know what I mean? We at a growing sexy. You know what I mean? I might do, you know what I mean, some Gucci, some Louis, some Ferragamo.
Okay.
We at like an after work joint. You know what I mean? I might have some zebra joints, or some lion joints. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in that mode. You know, I'm chilling.
I mean, you
got
gonna
my
draw
animal
attention. You
joints.
gonna draw attention.
There we go. I'm in my animal
You know.
joints. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it light.
To yourself.
But you know, I appreciate that, man, because a lot of the promoters, man, sometimes from a man's perspective, females usually get the nod, they get the
Yeah,
favors.
because they get the guys to spend money, man. That's why they in there. That's
Yeah.
why you want females in there. Some places you go, some events you go to is more females than guys, and females be leaving because there's not enough men. You know,
That's true.
the women. I'm telling you, the
turned
women
away at
spend
the
more
door.
money than the men.
I
I'm
can
telling
see
you.
that. I can see that. Sometimes, because in a sense where women will consistently buy 2-3 drinks, you know what I mean, while dudes might not buy a drink or they might buy a bottle. You know what I'm saying? So
but
it's
if
like
she's a
the
bad,
extreme.
if she's a bad female, that dude will spend money on that female
For sure.
and he might not even drink.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, just
That's
to
not
try
fair.
to impress her or
Mhm.
try to leave her at the end of the
Yeah.
night. You know,
And most of the men who buy bottles buy it for the ladies.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So it's
It's a
not
look.
like
It's a look.
It's definitely a look.
I gotta get a bottle now.
You said you gonna get a bottle now?
I said I'm trying to get a bottle now.
Oh, really?
yeah, it's
I'm
sexy.
gonna wear my
It's
checklist out.
sexy when you see the females buy their own bottles.
Yeah.
It's very sexy when you
It's a
see
different.
that.
It's an independence.
Right.
Like when you see that, it's like, whoa. You know what I mean?
I'm buying him a bottle.
You gonna buy him bottles.
Oh,
that's
that's worse than
what's up.
that's worse than him walking around with the slippers
No,
now.
it's not. No, it's not because then
No.
I hear a whole lot of stuff,
No, no.
especially on the Instagram and all. It's not. Oh, when she gonna take me out on date? When she gonna do this? So if you need a bottle, you need a bottle.
It's bad for him though, because now he got slippers on and she
No,
buying
no,
him a bottle.
I didn't say he was in chocolate.
So another thing before we go out, I know we got Breeze here, but Roy's coming. So I guess when he comes, y'all two can come back on. We're just gonna get our next guest in. So at this point now, with the music that's being played, how do you see the scene in terms of the social aspect as opposed to 10 years ago? What do you see socially?
From a promoter standpoint,
Yeah,
well,
from a patron as well as
from a promoter standpoint, you know, you cater to what you bring out. Understand? So if I'm an old school type of dude, I'm gonna have an old school type of DJ, and my clientele is my clientele. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to worry about that. But now if you bringing in a DJ like I don't know who this DJ is, and I'm trying to mix him into what I'm doing, that could be a bad situation.
Okay.
You know, because he might be playing that mumbo jumbo, and I got grown people in there.
Yeah,
They leaving.
yeah.
Yeah, they want to socialize.
They
They
leaving.
want to listen to stuff that's
So you
they're
gotta
used to.
you gotta be very selective of what kind of DJs you having, and it all
Okay.
depends on the.
So from a patron standpoint, from a person who goes, how do you see it? Is it the same feel? Is it
Nah, it's not the same, man.
okay?
It's not the same. It's definitely not the same.
Is it because we're older? Is it because the music?
I mean, just because we older doesn't mean that we don't know music.
Yeah, true.
Understand? If you know music, you know music. You know, with the quality of work that's out here now is not the same, man. It's just beats and hooks now.
Yeah.
You know, you might see me bopping my head to something like I just said, to something I don't even understand what they saying, but I understand the hook, and I damn sure understand the beat.
Yeah.
You know, and that's all people know now is beats and hooks.
That's
You know?
real.
Quality music is not the same no more.
Yeah, that's not the priority. So, thanks for taking the time with us, man. I know you coming back. What's your social media handle?
My social media, you can reach me at on Facebook at Daytona Show Nesbitt, or Instagram at Showkillsem, SHOWKILLZEM. Instagram. You
Let's
can
do
reach me
it.
direct at 917-701-4282.
Talk about them tickets, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Direct,
Yeah.
Shantae.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to shake a hand.
Yeah.
Or two.
Yeah.
Give it
And,
up.
and read the flyer,
Word up.
Please read the
absolutely,
flyer.
Absolutely, read the flyer.
because there is no refunds.
There you go. So, appreciate you taking the time.
Absolutely.
Breeze, let's get up in here.
Wow.
You said, wow. Shantae, is
Yeah, I'm
everything
just
on?
like, the dress code.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, man.
Because
What's
I think
going-
about that, and I think about people who turn me
Let-
away. Or
Let's talk about Breeze, right? Let's talk about Breeze. How does Breeze get involved
in his dress code.
in his dress code? Breeze, you need something?
Yeah, nah, I just wanted pictures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Breeze, what's the deal, man?
Cool, man.
How's your dress code when you get to the clubs? Are you getting into a situation? How do they treat you, man?
My dress code. Well, I don't know. Like,
Do
I
they
be
be like,
wearing
take
what I
the
want
shot-
to wear.
Do they?
Nah. One time when I went down to what was it? I was in North Carolina, just chilling. You know what I'm saying, my sister copped the crib out there, whatever. So I went out there. We went to the club or whatever. They said no hats. I'm like, I ain't wearing a hat. You know what I'm saying?
I'm fresh out the shower, baby.
I'm like, I ain't wearing a hat. And it was like, oh, you can't come in here with that. But mind you, I didn't even know what type of event it was. And I'm saying, I didn't know if it was, but I actually knew the DJ or whatever. So he was like, yo, what's good? Ain't you such and such from IG and Instagram? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, they won't let me here wearing the shower cap. Like, I'm not going to take my shower cap off. Like, hold on, let me see what I could do. So I spent the 30 minutes in the car because I'm not taking my shower cap off. Spent like 30 minutes sitting in the car. He got me in, though, and I'm saying, show love.
That's what's up, man. I remember back in the days, man, we used to get a hard time with our hats, man.
I was thinking about that, too.
We used to get a hard time with our hats, man, and it was like, you can't tell a king to take off his crown. How dare you?
Remember how sometimes we used to take it and stick it in the back.
Yeah, but what if
the brim in the back like that, and then get inside and then
when we get in, we got to start ducking people.
Then we go in and we put it on the inside, and it was crazy.
It was terrible, man.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
You know what I mean? You don't think guys go through stuff, Sean?
No, I do.
I hated that dress.
Would it be okay if the females wear hats inside? Is that still?
They always get away with that.
Okay.
You know, females are yo. Breeze, a female would have came with a shower cap. They didn't even have said nothing to it. They were like, hey, females would come with scarves, all type of times.
It's matching.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
They let them go right in.
Yeah.
So Breeze, man, what's going on? What you working on right now?
Cool. I'm about to drop this project. The boy in the shower cap. I'm about to drop
the boy in the shower. What was the last project name?
The last project was G Talk.
G Talk.
So yeah, now I'm about to drop the boy in the shower cap. What made me want to put it together, you know how like Boys in the Hood got it? Boys in the Hood. I want to be like boy in the shower cap.
Oh, so it's gonna be that type of
that type
advertised
of
the same way.
And it's a storyline to it. It's like a little storyline to it. Y'all just got we was gonna release it on the 17th of this month, but we pushed it to November 2nd. You know what I'm saying? I mean November 1st.
November 1st?
Yeah.
Why that date in particular?
Cause we wanted to wait on it, and I turned 23 November 21st. So I'm like, all right, let me start it off right on the 1st.
In November, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were trying to like get away from the Halloween and all that stuff.
Yeah. Everybody dropping a lot of mixtapes on Halloween, a lot of albums, EPs. Halloween, you know the scary effect to it. Mine's ain't really that. Mine's is really just fun. And that's
so, Boy in the Shower Cap, is it kind of like outlining, stories around that, experiences you had with fans?
Not even just dealing with shower caps. It's like everyday type.
Or about you and your story.
Yeah. And it ain't about me. Everybody can relate to it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like, it's a little bit of, it's different. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying it because it's my work. You know what I'm saying?
But your work is different.
Your work is different anyway.
Your work is different. I like your work. You know what I mean? It's not something that you hearing every day. You got your own cadence, your own lane.
Yeah.
So it's different from the gate. So if it's even more different, that's kind of crazy.
I don't think some of the tracks I got on there, I don't think people is even gonna like how he come up with that. Like when you listen to it, you're gonna be like, oh, I didn't know he had this in it. Because I got like a lot of tracks I put out there got a lot of energy in it. And I'm saying like I turned up. Some tracks I fell back and went to the old
cool out mode.
Yeah, the cool out mode. I got like tracks in there that remind you of like on some Lauryn Hill type level. You know what I'm saying? Like
some soulful joints.
Yeah.
That's real.
So you go vibe out to.
So as we were talking the show, and he was talking about like the social scene, like when you do your music, are you envisioning like men and women dancing, or just more like the turn up listening to you? Do you think about
it depends on what type of song. All right, so if most of my turned up songs, I'm in the studio like just vibed out, think I'm actually in a concert or whatever. So I just picture an audience and picture like what would they want to hear, like I'm saying, like how would they flow with this? All right, Ben, let me see if I could like I visualize it all in my head, you know what I'm saying? So all right, let me see if this turned enough, like if the crowd gonna move to this, if it's up to date or not. But yeah, that's about it.
That's interesting, man.
And then with visuals, I always picture like I want somebody to watch my videos and be like, oh damn, he really did that, or he, oh yeah, damn. It's like that. It's turned like that's visuals. Like when I make my music videos, I don't want it to be like in the hood and you got like a million niggas and everybody could do that. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to be some. Now most of my visuals I'm putting out is eye catcher, like
shock value.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So we went to an event. Shout out to Music 101, Platinum Boy Music College Tour.
Yes.
And this event had a bunch of industry cats discussing jewels of their careers. You know what I mean? Some of them were in there like 5-6 years. Some of them were relatively new. Some of them were in there 20, 27 and change. Like your boy Shampoo said he was in the game 27 years.
27 years.
So one thing they said about a hit, they were like, don't concentrate on the visual, like mostly concentrate on the music. You know what I mean? So as the new artists who are doing the YouTubes, the gram, the social media visual piece, how do you feel about that? Do you focus on your visuals, or you really focusing on the song?
Nah, I focus on my visuals because I'm a visual artist.
Got you. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people rather see me more than they like to hear me, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's real.
They like my appearance or whatever. Like, but as a hit, I got a hit in the cut. I ain't even gonna get into all that, but I got a hit. Not even just no, like he said, he said like the generation of music, the quality of it is not.
Yeah.
I got a hit. That's a quality. Like the quality is there. It just.
Why do you say it's quality? What's
because it's just the substance of it. Like I played for like a good 20 people, 20 different people that I don't know. I'm saying everybody's saying it's a hit. Like it ain't even nothing y'all expect like on some. Nah, it ain't even like that. It's actually a pop record. You know what I'm saying? So it's somewhere far, like something far out, like something you wouldn't even be like, that's ain't breathe.
Oh, wow.
Saying? Like, but yeah, I got a hit.
And what made you go down that lane?
I don't know. I would just. It's crazy because the beat, I got it from this guy in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying?
BX all day.
Shout out to the BX though. I be in the BX a lot, like Gun Hill.
Yeah, shout out to
Yeah, but the producer gave me the beat, and I heard the beat like a year ago before he even gave it to me. We was like in the studio just freestyling to it. Then I'm like, yo, do you still have this beat? He like, yeah, I still got this beat. And then he like, all right. I'm like, let me do something to it because I just kept hearing it over in my head. A year later, he gave me that beat. I did something to it. I still ain't put it out yet. It's been like 2 years since I had it.
Wow.
I'm saying almost 2 years, but I'm sitting on it. I'm
sitting on that. So what's going to be the right situation for that to come out?
Everything consists of a budget. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, if you
because you want to push it in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I like building a bigger portfolio or like a work before I just put out that hit. But when I hear it, I'm gonna be like, oh, it's a hit. You know what I'm saying?
That's good thinking because you don't want to put that hit out.
Yeah.
It's big as hell, and then nothing else is coming after it.
You
want to.
Yeah, or you put it out and it don't even blossom how you want it to.
A&R Bravo. Here comes the A&R Bravo. Let's go A&R Bravo.
I wanted to. It's funny because I always look at then and now when it comes to all this music.
And your hits. So you got a hit that you got in the cut?
It's like it's in the cut.
I can make a hit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I can make a hit. We're just going to leave it like that. But, like, I get there needs to be money spent on projects today. But I don't think that they need as much money as the artists back then, because there was no social media to instantly put you out there. Like back then, the music was created and the video would come out like 3 months later. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we will always anticipate the video. Once we heard the song, we'd be like, yo, the song is crazy. Well, I can't wait for the vid. You know what I'm saying? Where today, it's different because, like, I don't think necessarily they have to put so much into the visual, because you can instantly have your music out there just like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got a little different perspective on that. Like, I agree with what you're saying at the budget, but nowadays, like I'm saying, you know that song Unforgettable by French Montana?
Yeah.
You know you spent over like $500,000 just to get that record pumping. He spent 100, like 300, no, more than $1 million. He spent $300,000 just to get the beat sample.
Yeah, I
He
know.
spent 300,000 to get around that to just to buy it from the artist that's actually singing it. The budget now, like, cause everybody got Instagrams and everybody got that. You know how much you gotta pay for promotional stuff like that. Like, you can't just spend like 10 G's and think this song gonna blow. You gotta spend like almost $100,000 just for like a song, just SoundCloud internet buzz. Know what I'm saying, like really buzz. Like, so when the DJs pick it up, everybody be thinking it's cheap. Nah, because a lot of people got like a lot of people selling drugs nowadays. Know what I'm saying, like Atlanta, whatever. Like that's why they so big, and the money. Everybody say it's talent though. At the end of the day, and it's connections, but. You gotta have a lot of money. Know what I'm saying? I ain't making no excuses, but money talks.
No, money talks all the time. I get it. Like there's nothing free at all. Nothing. But I think artists today put a lot more money into the project to have a look.
Yeah, you're right.
To put an image out there.
Yeah.
Than necessarily counting on the body of work.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
But the reason why is because in that lane, you know, because like Breeze, this is the realest conversation you got to have with yourself, right?
Yeah.
In that lane, to go play with those boys that play and girls that play that type of game, which is blowing up 3 million, 4 million.
Yeah, I don't want to blow up. I want to have a strong following. I don't want to blow up like overnight.
That's a different type of time. There you go.
I don't want to. I don't, like I told myself, I don't want to blow. I'd rather have fans that really enjoy my music than just to be like, you know what I'm saying, like,
that's perfect.
Super.
That's perfect. So
what I always call a cult following.
Cult following.
You want a cult following than just a bunch of fans.
That's real. Because what you're talking about is when you want to blow. You know what I mean? Millions of albums themselves. Yeah, it's gonna take hundreds of thousands of dollars, because what I've seen is a lot of, like, you may know a lot of people in the industry, right? And you asking them to play your song in this region. You ask them to play it in that market. You ask that DJ from this area to play it. But it's not a collective force. You know what I mean? He's playing it when he wants to play it, when he feels like it.
No,
and you talking about a
slot.
month. You talking about a month to 2 months, where if you playing it in New York in February, this dude in Atlanta is playing it in March.
Yeah.
That's not the same type of time. You need like a whole movement,
February,
drop
second, third,
everybody.
And you need
Everybody.
you need
That
the prime time slot.
You know what I'm saying? And for that to happen, everybody to move cohesively.
Yeah. But
it's not a $10,000 bag.
Oh, it definitely not. But today it's a lot easier to generate some type of income when you're doing your music than it was before.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because now with this, like, let's say you got 100 people, 100 people buy your joint. You know what I'm saying? You sell it $5. That's $500. Now you can automatically set up a tour for those 100 people, or you can do a live stream of you performing, and they pay to watch you. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of ways to generate income, to build up, so you can be to build up and create a machine or get involved with a machine than before. Because back then, you had to have joints. You had to have good music, first of all, for somebody to take your music and then present it to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So I think, like, there's a lot. They have a lot more access now to get it going.
Yeah, artists have a lot more access to get music, but I think in particular, what it did though, it really made the market very specific to certain people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now the market is like, you could be, dibbling and dabbling, but this person is going to win over here. That person is going to win over here. And you just going to be waiting for your turn.
Yeah.
And you got good music. You know what I mean? You got good music, but you're just going to be waiting for your turn, because if you in Atlanta right now, there's a certain group that's popping right now. That's it. You know what I mean? Don't try to move that right now.
Yeah.
You might want to hold, like you said, holding on to your hit.
Yeah.
You might want to hold on to that. You know what I'm saying?
Now the thing is how long do you hold on to it? because
You gonna feel when the
because
time right, though.
we know a couple of artists that have
There's a
joints,
downtime. Everybody has a downtime.
and you sit on it, and then it's just like
but everybody has a downtime.
Yeah.
Is that Rory?
Mm-hmm.
Pick that up, please. Everybody has a downtime. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
you can't. If you be a fool, you try to rock out with Atlanta and Migos and
Oh,
Gucci.
yeah.
No,
Most
you can't.
definitely.
It's a wrap for you
can't
right
do
now.
that.
no, you
It's a
can't.
rap.
But I also think, yeah, you're right. It's timing. You know
Yeah,
when
divine
when it's
time.
time when it's time for it to come out or not.
Yeah.
You know. Okay.
I always believed. I mean, I understand that. Like
Yeah.
sitting on something. It's just like anything. Like when you got you bought a pair of sneakers, you like, nah, I'm
You can't
saving
wear that
I'm
yet.
I'm saving that
Oh,
to the
man.
summer.
Yeah,
I'm gonna rock
yeah.
these like July,
Yeah.
and you
That's
bought them
true.
in January. You sit
That's
on
true.
them. You
Yeah,
sit on it.
yeah.
Like
I do see a lot of people
I
who
was
say that.
known for. I'm known for just sitting on my stuff and everything. But I know when about music though, you got to play it real careful. Though you got to
careful.
You got to
Be careful.
Careful.
You got to be careful.
Be careful.
You got to be careful with when you're sitting on your music, because
Yeah, somebody come up with that concept.
Everybody
or-
has similar,
Yeah.
and somebody might hear that beat, or they might have a similar beat to it. Drop it, then you can't release it now.
I know it's
You know
true.
what I'm saying?
There's
You
always
gotta be
there's
real
pros and
careful with
cons. There's pros and cons, but be clear. Certain markets are not moving. You're not crashing that market. You might even have the $100,000 bag. You're still not crashing that market. That those slots on the radio are locked. It's not budging. You could probably create a local buzz, get that local money, but some cats some cats have, like you said. Remember what Rockweiler said? He said you got a hit on your hands, not a hit where people are hearing it and like, yo, that's a hit, that's a hit. People are like, yo, this is
This is
it.
it.
Yeah, he said
Matt,
you got to
this
be
is it.
off the.
You got to be like, yo, this is the one.
Yeah.
And if you got that, you feel like you got that as an artist,
Go for it.
you better make a muscle and make it
move.
right, because if that go out, you're not gonna have another one like
Yeah,
that. Hits
yeah.
don't just come like
And then
that.
and also too is that like that hit, it could be a hit, but it's not a hit for you. You might not be the one to deliver it correctly. Somebody else might be able to get it off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, wow.
like another
I
artist can
understand.
get it off. Like, boom. You know what I'm saying? That's when people start writing for people because they can't deliver it. I can get it out there, but I need this person to deliver the package for me. You know what I'm saying? It's real funny with this music stuff. Like, it's real.
But I think
It's real
I
funny,
think it's
man.
real funny, like you said. But when you have that mindset, like, yo, I'm going for out the water.
The one shot kill.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going for, Breeze. I'm going for Breeze. I'm going for a cult following. You going for a cult following, you could grow with your
Yeah.
music.
Yeah, yeah.
You can be artistically expressive.
Yeah.
You could do what you want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if one of them bubble, they bubble.
Yeah,
One of them
yeah.
don't. It's just
Yeah.
my art.
Yeah.
But when you in that frame of mind, like, I need a hit,
Yeah, it's crazy.
you spend your whole life.
Yeah. I just like today is just that, like, with the hits, like some of the biggest artists don't even have hits, but they're bigger than the mainstream artists when they step inside that building. Like Joey Badass. Joey Badass has never had a hit. He's never had a hit.
Okay.
But
He's never had a mainstream.
He's
hit.
never had a mainstream hit.
But he's not
But
breaking-
he is
He's independent. He has
and
his
he is-
his hits are independent.
Yeah. But he's so large because of his cult following that he doesn't even need a hit, because he could perform on the same stage as Migos and Future. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Well, but if I'm at a concert,
It's about okay.
Like
you-
Title. He,
if I-
he
exactly.
performed.
Who?
Joey Badass.
He performed at the.
If I'm at a concert, Title, Barclay, that's different. It's New York, it's Brooklyn. It's a different type of vibe. But if you at let's say a concert in, let's say
Coachella?
Arizona, or Coachella or Arizona,
Mhm.
and then you got Migos on it, you got Cardi on it, you got, let's say, Fab on it, you got Joey Badass on it. It's not the same type of time. You know what I mean? The response is going to be different. Migos, is going to be different from Joey Badass. They're not going to be able to recite. He's not going to be able to say boop boop boop.
But
He's not going to be able to do that.
but not well.
Maybe.
He's not gonna be able to do that.
Joey got
A
I
Boogie
don't
with the
know,
Hoodie
Joe-
could do this in Arizona. He can do this in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And they will recite. Joey Badass can't do that. Is he popping? Yes. Is he making money independent? Yes. Is he, is he recognized in the world? Yes. Does he have cover? Yes. But that's a different type. See what I'm saying? You got to
I don't
know what lane you in.
But then the thing is that you're getting booked for that, so they know your demographic. They know what you're able to reach if you're getting booked for that show to do that. You know what I'm saying?
But
now it's just about
whether you
famous. I think.
No, it's not. I'm not talking about famous. I'm saying whether you booked or not. What's the crowd response when you start singing your song?
I don't know. I've never been to a
Rough.
joint. I've never been to
How
What's
was
that
Joey Badass when he came on
for what title?
yesterday
Yeah.
when y'all
I
went?
didn't see
I
it.
went. It was
Well, I
alright.
just seen him there, but I
Did they
didn't
know?
see it.
Did the crowd kind of like know all the words?
No, not
Did you
really.
know any of the songs?
I didn't know who. I knew who.
I didn't
When
even
his
know who
name,
Joey
no. When his name came on, I said, "Oh, okay, that's Joey Badass." When he came out, I didn't recognize him as an artist.
So you didn't even know that was
I
one. You
didn't
thought it was
know.
one of the entourage.
I didn't know it was him. I was like, "Oh, that's Joey Badass," and
Yeah.
the crowd wasn't as receptive to. I would say his music per se because we were waiting for
The
Chris
headliners,
Brown. We
yeah,
were
you waited for the-
Jay-Z.
you
We
waited
were
for the people
waiting
that you
for
seen
Cardi
that
B.
was-
We were
that was
waiting
gonna
for
be
them.
the-
So when
be
we
the
saw
dance.
him, we were just like, okay, we're rocking out to his music. But when Cardi B came on, it was a whole different type of energy. It was a whole different level. It wasn't like, oh, we're waiting now for Jay-Z. We were already in that atmosphere and that energy. So it's like your music also has to have that energy that makes me be in that type of vibe.
So Breeze,
Depending.
in that situation, right?
Mhm.
Would you take that? Would
What
you
you
take
mean?
that booking?
What you mean?
Would you take that booking where the lineup isn't necessarily the lineup
For you.
that's your cult following? Would you take that? Would you take that?
Yeah, because you never know who you could turn into a fan off
Mhm.
that same day. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, yeah, I take it. I take anything big. You know what I'm saying?
But show Breeze, you don't think that will hurt you? You don't think that will hurt you because now people are like, I ain't feeling him because I don't know him.
Then one day they will. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's how I look at it.
I think as an artist, you take that chance.
Or maybe
Yeah,
you'll
put it out there.
recognize
Yeah,
them.
as
Yeah,
an
maybe
artist, you
they-
take
yeah,
that
you have to
chance. You take that chance
There's
as an
people-
artist.
There's people who I've seen develop as artists who performed at SOBs, and I'm like, oh, I didn't
Yeah.
really know them, but then I see them on a bigger stage, and it wasn't the best when I
Yeah.
saw them there, but I'm like, all right, now I recognize their face, so I would
Yeah,
say take the booking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a
You
prime,
never know.
like
Yeah.
example when they was talking at the panel, and he was talking about Trey Songz. Remember, he was
Uh-oh.
like Trey Songz was at a certain thing, and I remember Trey when he first came out. Like I was a fan
Everybody.
when he first came out because I was like, yo, this dude could sing, and Chris Brown came out like probably 2 years, a year, something like that, and he blew crazy, but I still looked at Trey better than Chris. You know what I'm saying?
Like musically?
Like musically, I
Oh,
looked
wow.
at Trey better than Chris because I was more. I liked his sound. His sound was more rich, and Chris, you know, it was
It was kiddie.
It was kiddie,
He
you
was
know what I'm
cute.
saying?
He was cute when he came
yeah,
out.
he was
He was
cute.
cute.
He was
A
this.
little cute sound.
Cute
little cute
sound.
track.
A cute
So,
little-
but I think
cute
as an
little track.
artist, you know what I'm saying. You take them chances. That's what an artist is about. You gotta take them chances because you never know what's gonna happen. Nobody thought Migos was gonna blow after Drake turned them down for doing Tony Montana, and he didn't want to do the video, and then they just shot off. So I think
Yeah.
you got to take the chance as an artist. Just
Yeah,
take
they,
it.
They shot off. So Breeze, what is your fan base like? Do you kind of like know what your fan base is, or is it just pretty much numbers that just rock with you?
Right now, there's numbers like it showed
Like,
geographics
you know who they
on
are,
my
like-
yeah. It showed geographics on my on IG. Like when you go to like your I forgot when you go to, but you
The analytics.
analytics and whatever and all that numbers. It shows like I got a little clout. I mean, little buzz in New York. You know what I'm saying LA and New Jersey, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. I never been to Rhode Island.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So is it
Oh,
mainly,
Showtime,
Rhode
Rhode
Island.
Island.
is it mainly chicks? Is it dudes?
Oh, it's I think it's more. I got a more of a male following. And there's always more guys watching you than females.
Oh, that's
actually, you
interesting.
know what I'm saying? Like
Wow.
I
That's
get a lot of that. Like people that tell me that. Like it's always more guys watching you than females. Cause
So you feel like I gotta start taking the shirt off, like separating.
nah,
you know what I'm saying?
guys,
stop.
Boy in the shower cap and no shirt.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta separate, make sure these girls
Yeah.
coming on board.
Boy in the
Yeah,
shower
the
cap
ages-
with
the
these
ages-
slippers.
The ages
With
be
the
alright
chocolatas.
though. Be like I think they got like from like it's like 16 to 32 or something like
Oh,
that.
wow.
I'm saying.
Okay.
16
That's
like
what's up.
32, but I'm saying like it's growing. Know what I'm saying
Yeah.
it
Yeah, it's definitely
ain't
growing.
always been like
Okay.
that.
And you still got time. You
Yeah.
still got
Is that-
you still got a good amount of time to
I-
develop that base.
And when I look at time, I always feel like I'm running out of time, so
Yeah.
I put in mad work. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
Is
be
that
trying to-
fan base something that you wanted to, or like that you was targeting, or do you want to go higher, lower?
Nah, I want to go higher.
Okay.
Everything up. Like, yeah, like.
You mean like higher age people, or you want? The
Oh,
younger?
no. Oh, I thought she
Because you
meant
said like 15. You said like 16 to 32.
15,
like
16. That's a good. That's
think-
a
I
range.
think
They
you
keep the
get-
youngins. Yeah,
I think you get a lot of
But that'll
grannies
grow
rocking
with you.
with
That'll
you,
grow
man.
with you.
They get a lot of grannies rocking with them. They be like, I need that cap, boy.
no, what I'm
The
saying.
line out, the breeze line come out.
What I'm saying is like when you're making your music, do you feel like you're targeting that
Yeah,
specific
yeah.
age group? Because I know people, they may be targeting people who are in their 30s, but the 16-year-olds like their music. So now that's their fan base.
Yeah,
That's real.
yeah. That like the music I'm putting out now at this time of this generation. Now I'm doing it for more the younger, but the old people gonna like it too. Like
Okay.
there's old people that listen to trap music 24/7 now.
Yeah, pretty
They
girls
just
like
don't
trap.
know. They just don't know how to get out of
That's
that.
what 2 Chainz said. Pretty girls like trap.
Yeah,
Breeze, thanks for coming down again, bro. You know you family, man.
yeah.
Telling
Boy in
you,
the shower cap, November 1st.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all go
Check.
download it on Spinnerella, iTunes, all of the streaming sites.
and tell them about the your social media, how to get to your analytics.
Follow me on Instagram at TCO Breeze. YouTube TCO Breeze, Breeze TCO, Boy with the Shower Cap. And then check me out. November 17th, I will be at the Wilmont Theater, Montclair, New Jersey, alongside Famous Deck. So tune in for that. If y'all
Nice.
need tickets, it's all on the Instagram.
Let's get
TCO
to it.
Breeze.
The chosen one.
And he's coming to Rhode Island too. He's coming to
Shout out
Rhode
to
Island.
Chosen
Island.
one.
I don't even know what Rhode Island is at, but shout out
You
to
gonna know soon.
I know.
You check them analytics. Breeze, you gonna hang out for a while? We take some pictures, video.
Yeah, most
All right.
definite.
Let's do it. Superstar, what's up, champ? How we doing? Show. You got an escort.
The world is talking to you, and you love to listen to them. They'll say your work is bad, call it constructive criticism. Who gives a shit, though? Cause every time you spit lyrical bars, that's ill, man, they'll think you're a fucking shithole. Tired of masturbating and procrastinating on some things that got all of you bitches really mad and patient. Leave me alone, why you succumb to this shit? It doesn't make any sense like seeing a bum who's a pimp. I feel unlucky, I'm always getting into some shit. I have a problem, like a whore that's addicted to dick. I should say some names, I'm about to go off on you niggas that's talking shit. Goddamn, where's my Zoloft? I'm losing my mind by choosing the graph of the paper that will make me rich. You can't take this shit when you see your girl, I'm a raper. And we're gonna have a good old time like a slave master with a whip that's beating all his equipment till they're dead. But I move faster with the shit. And it's obscene to me that the machinery that's messing up the scenery now in the lovely rainforest is being ran by dickheads with no sense of beauty that would kill a rose. But guess what? You're the one that's paying for it. I'ma say this with pride. Fuck the government. A bunch of old crackers that will take your soul, man. They loving it. I'ma kick the door down and shoot out the mansion with somebody from the Daily News standing next to me and say, publish this. Sick mind of a bastard that know it's time for the rapture. Holy Jesus Christ, altar boys love to grind on the pastor. Don't talk shit about my yo-yos or I'll sock you crazy. Fuck your wife and come inside of her and make you rock the baby. I hope to find the woman that's treating your Guyanese. Take her out on a date and start connecting like we're Siamese. On the dance floor, there's a
Oh, okay. That's better than
transition.
Slim's. That's better than Slim's.
All right, Slims.
How much she cost? You know what I'm saying?
That's the faded version right
There
there.
you go. Hip Hop Point of View, Raw Show. We got the big brother. What's your name, big bro? Randy, what's up? Get to that mic. Let the world hear you.
Randy.
What's going on, man?
Hey, don't get shot now, homie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So what's up, big bro? You got here fine, man. What's going on, man?
Nah, man, it was a journey. I feel like I was going to DC or something trying to get down
Oh,
Come on, it's 5:30 on 34th Street.
Yo, Fad, when you said you was doing the car thing, I said, oh man,
I mean, you know how players play, man.
you had to leave when I spoke to you. You had to leave when I spoke to you
I should have left yesterday.
last night.
I should have left yesterday to get here today.
There you go. So give out the handles again real quick, Randy. What you got a social media?
Yeah, no doubt. Randy Williams, Facebook.
Okay. Roy, get your
You
joint
know
out.
me, you can get at me on Instagram, RR77, or you can also check me out on Last Laugh Fridays page, Last Laugh Fridays. That's on Instagram as well. Also on Facebook. I'm Rory Robinson on Facebook. I'm going about the straight government on Facebook. You know how that go, no alias.
Show one more time.
Yeah, you know you can reach me at Dayton Show Nesbitt on Facebook. My Instagram is Showkism, SHOWKILLZEM.
There you go. So we was here to show up with the murder one question.
Well, you should have. He came in here looking like Obama Jr.
You know what I'm saying?
You should have hit him up.
We got right at, so we're gonna get to some hard ones for you real
Okay,
quick.
no
Randy,
problem.
Randy promoting as well, right?
Yeah. It's actually it's their birthdays next show.
Oh wow.
October
Happy
27th.
birthday, man.
It's
Absolutely.
going down, Silhouette Lounge.
Wow.
We do it each and every last Friday of the month.
So Libra season is over.
Yeah,
Yes.
No
it's
Libra
pretty
time.
much-
You Libra?
I'm Libra.
They
Oh,
more than
okay, he's in
welcome.
that
They
mix.
more than welcome.
They
They more
welcome.
than welcome.
Okay, all
They're
right.
welcome.
So, Raw, here's the question, man. You can get into this as well, right? And Show, you gotta leave him on his own, man. We gotta see what type of chemistry y'all got as promoters.
You know it.
So, we got a casual event, right?
Okay.
Casual event, right? Casual event on the flyer, on the ticket. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Boom.
Still
So,
talking.
dudes walk in, you know what I mean? Casual, they walk in, you letting them in, blah blah blah. Female walk in, she got a Adidas tracksuit on with sneakers, but she with 3 baddies. She a baddie herself.
Okay.
How you play, Raw?
Well, if the dress code is casual, then she got to come and suit the dress code. Adidas tracksuit. Was she going shopping?
No.
No. Yeah, so this ain't the place for shopping. So she got to, baddies or not, they all got to come back when she ready.
Ray, what you got?
Gotta leave by example.
So she can't come in.
Nah. Because
Mm.
if she gets in, then she wants to her girlfriend, then her girlfriend wants to her friend.
Yeah, you just setting the trend.
And you gonna have all that at the door, you know. So we don't want that. So that's not really a good representation. I wouldn't recommend that.
Okay. So now you got the girls coming in with, let's say, they got the jeans on, but they rocking the fur slippers.
The fur what?
The fur
First
slippers.
slippers. We talking about the
The
little
Rihanna, the
You
Rihanna
gonna
joints.
do those?
You
We
know
gonna
what I mean? Randy,
gonna
what we
do
doing?
those?
What we doing? They got
gonna-
the jeans on, head down, little blouse.
So we gonna do
with the
the-
fur slippers. What we
See-through
doing?
blouse.
Randy, what we doing?
We gonna-
No tracksuit. They came back. They came back.
We not doing the Uggs with the open toe sandals.
That's
Those-
automatically
those
turned
open
back
toe
around.
Uggs, man. We not doing that.
Automatically.
We not doing open toe Uggs.
He said, I'd rather do the tracksuit.
Nah.
I'd definitely rather
man.
do a tracksuit. Those.
Okay.
Nah. I mean, if
Okay.
we gonna slip in the
Alright.
house or something, man. I don't
See, now, when we asked Show
That
that,
was different.
yo, Show had Show's
Depends
a
on
politician.
I
So
said-
it depends
It
on
depends on this.
It
how much
that.
is in the register.
It depends.
You know what I'm saying?
It depends on. It depends on the event. If you're doing an after work, event, right? There's really no dress code for an after work event.
I think you set the tone, brother, when you said it was a casual event.
Right,
After
that's
work or not.
different.
It don't really matter the event to me.
Casual.
Casual
What
is
if she
casual.
work in Adidas headquarters?
Let me just tell you. Let's just.
That's a good one.
That's her
I
job.
like that
She
one
works-
there.
She is
after
she's
work
the
show.
boss.
She
She
work
works
at
the boss.
She's an executive.
Executive.
Right. Well, she executive at Adidas.
And that's what she after work.
After work, she got to switch her apparel, just like men do. You know, they say no fitters. We got to take our hat off and leave them in the car.
Yeah.
There's no segregation on it.
Yo,
Dress code is a
Rory
dress code.
Rory said she got to go get the Adidas in corporate line.
Yeah.
You better make a dress up line.
Gotta get Adidas dress or something. They got them out there. I seen it.
They do. No, they do.
I had a show, Nike versus Adidas. Women came in Adidas dresses.
Yeah, no,
So
they
it's,
do.
you can
I
dress
agree.
tastefully in any aspect of the game. We just got to know how to do it.
That goes back to what I said. If you gotta specify the dress code.
Politician
You gotta
show.
specify. You gotta
No,
specify the dress
politician.
code.
Show is for candidate right now. Let me tell you, I will vote for Show.
As you should.
Yeah.
So,
That's why he's on my team. You know what I mean?
all right. So here's the next question. Right, second level. Right, we got an after work spot. Right,
Right.
it's official after work.
Okay.
Brothers is coming in suited and booted. Right, you know what I mean. They doing what they need to do. Right, it's that type of vibe.
Okay. Suited and booted vibe.
Suited and booted. Maybe open, collar shirt. They
Okay.
just doing what they need to do.
All right.
Shorty come in corporate, but she got the sneakers on. How you play? Randy,
She's
how you
corporate.
play?
I mean, I would ask her like, you know, you got anything in your trunk or in your car, you know what I'm saying? Because it all depends on what the promoter's doing. Like if you really trying to have a strict dress code, then I mean, I'm male kid, or you know, I'll go to Rory and be like, yo, Rory, listen, so and so's at the door. What you want to do? You know what I'm saying? Because if we trying to generate the revenue in the place, I'm not gonna really just like, nah, you can't come in here. So I'm like, you know what? Let me pause on that for a minute. Let me go get so and so, and let's see what we can do.
Okay. Bro, what would you do? What you say?
I mean, if she tastefully sexy after work with sneakers on, I'm letting her in the door. Tastefully after work. I mean, it depends. Yeah, I let her in the building. Tastefully. You can be really look real nice. You got a suit on, dress suit, and you have your little knee highs or stockings on, and you just coming from work. You put some track sneakers on. I'm letting you in the door because 9 times out of 10, the men ain't looking at your feet anyway.
Okay. All right.
Very true.
Last one before we get to promoting the party. So now, dude come in, right?
Okay.
Dude come in. He got the sneakers on. He got the Jordans on. He got the Jordans on. Some
I mean, if it's
corporate joints. You know what I mean? And he's in there with the sneakers on. How you feel about it?
Oh, I'm letting them in too.
Okay.
I think sneakers is the new wave anyway. They turning you Timberlands down at the door. They even turn the wings at the door, some wing shoes at the door sometimes. I think they letting sneakers in more than anything else now. Everybody's wearing suits and sneakers. It's a fad now, so everybody's just going to trend with it. Okay. So you know, I'm not going to separate the two. He tastefully dressed with sneakers on. I'm letting him in.
Oh, they doing good here. They doing good.
They doing good. Right.
Them sneakers got to be clean,
Oh,
though, right?
you know he ain't
can't be having like
definitely.
6 creases in the front.
Not
of
at
your
all. We're not going to do that.
Definitely.
Ladies ain't looking at the sneakers though.
No, we're not going to do it. Ladies are looking at the sneakers.
Oh, that's the first
Ladies,
thing.
that's the first thing y'all
He
going to
got his
look
little
at.
sneakers on.
Looking for Fatima.
He got his little. What is it? He got his little sneakers on.
Fatima said, I know when Rory bought those sneakers he got on right now. She said, I know when he bought those sneakers he
Yeah,
got
you
on.
got to definitely do that.
All right, so now we at the dress up joint, step up joint,
Step up.
right? Grown and sexy.
So this is a gator event. son.
Gate event, black tie, wings, loafers.
This is show event.
You know what I
man.
mean?
This is show event right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, the show. You know how show play.
You know how he play.
You know how he play.
Right? This is show event all the way.
This ain't by accident. You can sneak up on
No,
him.
Randy too on the low.
Randy too, yeah, Randy too.
Randy, that's how you play
Randy
too.
too.
Raw front like he ain't that suit and tie.
I'm
dude.
really not. I'm a V-neck
He ain't
t-shirt.
just
When you
the
see
Timberlake.
Raw-
He ain't just.
when you see Raw in that suit, boy.
This is me. I'm coming like
I mean, you know, everybody can't
That's
be.
a way different category.
Everybody can't be the host, man.
If it's
Everybody
like
can't be the
that,
host.
then it's like strictly mandatory.
Okay,
Right.
so
Strictly.
All right.
we got Randy. We got Randy. We got Randy first. That Randy. So boom, strictly right. Suit and tie, upscale, black tie, whatever the case. But it's grown and sexy. Shorty come in. She's down, gowned out. You know what I mean? But she got the chancletas on. Right. She got the gown, hair done, all that, the purse. But she got the chancletas on. How do you handle that at the door?
Well, if it's a particular event like that, nah, I can't do it. Because if that's the type of event that I'm representing, the grown and sexy, hard bottoms, the heels, it's not personal. I can't do it because you gotta set that tone to represent what you're doing. You know, so if it's that particular type of event,
But she probably got it in the bag.
well, right. So you know, I would ask her, but if that's not the case, like. Especially, you know, like if you put that on a flyer and she happen to does that, she has an option because some females do travel with it in their cars, their bags. So if that's not the case, nah.
Okay. Yeah, I ain't asking Raw about that one. I
But
mean,
yeah,
no.
but then my
He ain't
question
coming.
was, it still goes back to you allowed her to come in.
Wait.
Okay.
Don't go there yet.
Nah, she.
Saying,
Wait, hold
oh my
on.
God.
Raw, so
Okay.
how you feel about it?
Well, I feel if it's that type of event, it's a brand. So when you have a brand and you representing a brand, money's not an issue. It has to be nothing else but the brand. Sometimes you have to be bigger than the brand. You can never be bigger than the brand. The brand is always bigger than everybody itself. So if you have a brand and you want everybody to respect your brand, you got to respect it.
Okay.
If you don't respect your brand, then nobody else is going to respect it.
Exactly.
So
Okay. So that means what?
that means if it's dressy, you have to come dressed.
Okay.
Because the minute I let you in undressed, all is going to, she didn't come dressed last time, so next time I'm not going to come dressed.
Okay.
And
So
then-
now she in the party, she put the heels on, right? Next thing you know, 10 minutes later, one Drake song, come on. Heels is off. Chancletas. How you feel about that?
I mean, at the end of the day, she came presentable.
Right.
If she's dancing, having a good time,
Disagree.
if she having a good time, I don't think 90% of us at that time we're gonna be like, oh, she got the chunk, she gotta go. People having a good time, they partying,
Right.
and now they spending money. They respected your brand, they came in,
Right.
now they spending their money. I can't make their money feel like it's less than because I have a dress code that they did honor before when they come in the door.
Right.
Okay. So now here's the question. right? You let her in. She got the chunklets on. You know what I mean? Now I come in with the crew. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We got the Gucci loafs,
All right.
Louis loafs.
All
What
right.
kind of loafs you like?
I'm going with Prada.
We got the Prada loafs on. We in
Okay.
there. We balled.
Yeah,
Matter of
yeah,
fact,
yeah.
Raw, you got some bottles over there?
Yeah, I got something for you.
All right, let me get all those, man.
Right.
Let me get all those. So
Right.
Randy, what up, baby? How you doing, man? Everything good?
All right.
Thanks for coming
So-
to the show, man. Boom. So we dancing and all that, you know, man. We rock it to actually It's a Vibe. It's a Vibe came on. We got it in. And now the loafs come off. We take our loafs off.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Now,
Wait,
hold on, Randy.
Wait a second. Wait
Hold
for
on,
it.
player. Come on. We took our loafs off. You know what I'm saying? Some of us
They
went
see
with
her
some
too,
of us
right?
went with socks. Some of us put the loafs on, no socks. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So we out there. You know what I mean? It's a sexy spot. Floor look clean. We out there. Shoes is under the table where the VIP is. Shoes is right there. Loafs is all there, stacked up. How you feel about that,
Stacked
player?
up.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna tell a man to put his shoes on if his feet hurt, but I will let him know that. If anything happens to his feet, it's on him. Don't try to shoot a club. Don't try to come. If you bang your toe on the table, it's on you.
If a stiletto go right through the middle,
You gotta remember, you just came in the door. You said, "Send me the bottle, send me everything." So you spent money. Your money is green. It spends. So I'm gonna let you have a good
Randy
time.
said, "Hold up." Randy said, "Hold up, what's going
he
on?"
said,
Randy,
"Hold
how you
on,
feel
look."
about that?
I don't know. I mean, that's like iffy.
With
You
the
know,
socks
like,
on.
anything can happen.
socks
you know,
on.
I mean,
My answer was it's very rare that you're gonna see a
Yeah,
man
that's-
take his shoes off in the club.
Very
Very
rare.
rare.
I'm saying, look, I'm telling you right now, Friday, man.
He said
My
he's
shoes
coming
is
through.
coming off, man.
Well, listen. Go
You know what I
ahead,
mean?
player.
My shoes coming off, man. You know what I mean?
Your nickname is B to the P. Forget the I.
I mean, I wouldn't expect nobody to walk through the venue with like if you sitting down, you standing, fine. I mean,
I'm on the top of the couch
Yeah,
with no
but
shoes on.
You walking around, nah, man.
Most men don't like how their feet look anyway, so you ain't even
they
gotta worry about
definitely
that.
ain't coming off.
You ain't really gotta worry about them coming
Exactly.
off. They be going to sleep with socks on, bro. You know how
Right?
That's why I said them white socks.
We put show through the ringer, so you know what I mean. It's good to hear how y'all feeling about it. So let's talk about the event, Roy. What's going down, man? This Friday.
Listen, man, I can't even say no more. I'm partying for my bros here and my sister Kelly Kells. She's not here. She wanted to be here, but she was in Milwaukee doing the show. She's the host of the show. She's the first lady of this year.
Absolutely. She's doing a great job.
At the end of the day, it's Kelly Kells' birthday.
Oh wow.
It's Randy's birthday.
Wow.
Okay.
It's Show birthday.
Stack it up.
We stacking it up.
Uh,
Now we playing the cards. Now I'm just go out and say it. It's between Little Mo and Mario Winans. I'm gonna ask you guys what you want to do because that's the two artists that I got on the chain.
Lil Mo.
I got Little Mo and Mario Winans. Both of them.
I'm going for Lil Mo.
I think
Yeah,
everybody
go
else
for
said Little Mo.
Mo. Go for Lil
So
Why you Shazay, why you say Lil Mo?
Those bring back memories.
Okay.
Got
so
some hits.
Yeah.
I think that deposit going in a Little Mo after this show.
Like,
you know what I mean?
like, who you say? Who you say?
I mean, it's a nice choice, man. It's a nice choice. 'Cause
They complement
both-
each other as
they
well.
both got good music.
I agree.
I think
Lil-
Lil Mo got
Lil
more
Mo,
because she got
yeah.
She's more
features.
consistent.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
She had a lot of features too,
Right.
and her features was money. So
Right. So
who you got?
I'm gonna say Lil Mo, man. We gonna go.
I was trying to reach out to some of the promoters to get their intake on it. I didn't really speak to anybody, but I know what I try to do is I try to put a show together that I would like. So if you came out to the show, I know you're not going to have a problem liking the show. I want you to spend your money wisely. So I mean, that's how I try to do the show. So I see Little Mo's to go. I mean, I'm gonna make that happen, then. Man.
Lil Mo, man. You know who went to school with her sister?
Oh, we did?
Yeah, with Nafisa. You don't know Nafisa?
Well, what's her sister's name? Little sister?
No, no, Nafisa. That's her sister. Yeah. Yeah, they
didn't-
actually look alike too.
I didn't
Yeah.
even know that, but you
Yeah.
know, I came prepared. Flyers ready with Little Mo on and all that.
All right, so it changed up real quick.
Well, I mean, I did that. You know.
Okay.
I did that. You know, they play a lot of games in this field.
Oh, yeah,
And
absolutely.
and when you promote, you never really see. That's when you can look at everybody different when you start promoting things. You do. You look at everybody a little different because people say, "Oh, I got love for you. I do certain things for you," and then you know they turn around and the support factor that you thought was there is not there, and then you get support from people all over. I got people from Boston, Philly, Cali coming, Miami coming to this show. So the word is getting out there, man. But people in New York, the people that you think is going to show up for you, sometimes don't come out. But you know,
Exactly.
it's business.
Absolutely.
You never take it personal. You just keep it moving.
Yeah, I tell a lot of people, man, when I was doing the promo thing, like your mother won't show up.
Facts.
And buy the ticket and all that.
That's a Snapple fact.
Yeah, and she won't show up.
That's
So
a
you
step
just
back.
gotta keep it moving. You know, rock with who's there. So one of the questions we ask, how long have you been promoting, Randy? I've been a promoter in general.
I'll say about maybe. Well, this October passed. That's that's October is my anniversary of promoting. So I would say about 13 years.
13 years, goddamn. And when did you first start? Like, was it something you wanted to do?
Actually, I was brought in to the game through a mutual friend because it started out as me wanting to do a birthday party, and she just so happens that knows my mentor, so she linked me to him, and me and him started talking, exchanged numbers, Facebook contact, and I was like, yo, like how you do this? You know what I'm saying? He's like, nah, man, it's easy. And I was like, all right, then show me. So of course I had to somewhat pass tests and all that to see if I could get my numbers up and so on, so on, so on. So when I came on to his team, it was all females. He's the only guy. So the female promoters was vouching for me.
Wow.
So
That's
they was
big.
like, yo, bring them on. But make a long story short, I did that. So it was 2 guys, about maybe 8, about maybe anywhere between 6 or 7 female teams. So everybody branched out, but I wanted to stay to them. And I was like, you know what, learning more things. So I want to do my own thing. Not saying you're disloyal, it's just that.
Just branching out. You grew up.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So me doing that, I still show loyalty to them, but that's like if you're the king, I'm your soldier. You know what I'm saying? I'm following your lead, so I expect you to still hold me down. You know what I'm saying? Just don't throw me out in the ocean, you know what I'm saying?
Or turn a blind eye.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's like, I just learned a couple of things and stuff like that, so it's like sometimes you gotta shift your loyalty. Cause that's, like if I'm giving you loyalty, I expect the same thing in return. So that's not always the case. So for me, slowing down, putting myself in different positions with different promoters, I slowed down with that a lot because everything is not what it appears.
Right. Absolutely.
So what brings me over to Rory. Me and Rory, we met in school. I think it was summer school. We playing basketball, something like that. So that's how we came about. I never knew he was a promoter. I never knew.
No, it wasn't.
I never knew he was a promoter. You know what I'm saying? So
promote himself.
I definitely wasn't a promoter.
It happens by accident.
Next thing you know, me and him started doing our thing. I liked it because something different. Yeah, you do your lounges, your bars, the regular events, but it's something different. You know what I'm saying? It's comedy. Everybody need that good laugh. You want to, you could be at work having a bad day. You want to man, I want to go somewhere and laugh, eat, enjoy myself. So I'm still doing my own thing, but my loyalty is to him too. Because it's
appreciate that.
It's more so you bringing me on your team. You got a team. You don't need me on your team. So it's like, yo, let me do my thing with you. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is trying to outshine nobody. You know what I'm saying? We all family. You know what I'm saying? That's to me, that's a plus.
Always.
So as long as we all got that same chemistry, we all on the same page, everybody happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's always going to be a successful event.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Always.
So, Roy, when you started rocking and roll, because I knew you as a party goer.
I was. I'm not
more
even
of a party goer.
Listen,
With the chocolate.
I used to shake and bake with my feet off, feet out. But actually, it really started for me heavy. Back in the days when I was in school, I tried to play with it a little bit before we went to school and all of that. But it just hit me heavy like a year ago. I say a little over a year. I'm going 2 years into this comedy thing, and it just hit me kind of heavy a year ago. And go ahead.
And now that, because when you first started, right, you doing it on your own, you rocking and rolling. Did you feel like, yo, I'm in over my head, or you were like, I'm feeling this?
No, actually, when it started, I started working with somebody else's venue. I started working on somebody else's venue. And I noticed that 90% of the crowd was mine. And things didn't really go tastefully great that way. So, it took me nothing to realize I could do it on my own because I felt like I was doing it on my own anyway. So, with that being said, I moved on. And a month later, I started my own show. Now, it shows that you may think you're getting it over your head, but everything that comes easy, it ain't always good to keep. So, I mean, I'm fighting for a brand. I started it. And I'm happy to say I'm glad the support I get. These guys bring people out. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a lovely situation. I think we got a caller. We got a caller. Caller, what's your name? Where you from? Caller, what up? Hello? I hear you in the background. All right, we're gonna get back to you. Call or text one of us if you got to. Friday? Oh, show up Friday.
Well,
Absolutely, show Friday.
oh, y'all show. Speaking of Friday, y'all showing up Friday? I should be seeing y'all in the building.
I know I'm in the building.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Is this next Friday or this Friday?
This is
This
next
next
Friday.
Next
Friday.
Friday. All right, I'm free next Friday.
Yeah.
She
I'm
talking
free next
about
Friday?
she buying dudes bottles, so you know.
Oh, man.
I'm giving her a ticket right now. She can get a ticket right now.
Yeah, what 10 of those?
They're gonna put her on the flyer.
You can get a ticket right now.
I'm gonna get a ticket right now.
First 50 guys.
Get a bottle from Shots
Shots
by Tay.
Shots by Tay.
All jokes aside, man, I appreciate the guys, what you guys doing here, man. This is big, man. I'm
Yo,
telling
listen,
everybody,
man.
this is black love. You
I
really don't
appreciate you coming down,
anything
man.
black owned, man. I was pushing this shit like I swear, man. I was pushing it like my kids was in here or something. I mean, because I want to see everybody win.
Absolutely.
And this man here that's on that mic, he support my show. And real recognize real, so there's no way I couldn't come down here and get on this mic and talk
You got
to
you got a
guys.
good thing going, man. Especially for the Bronx. That's different for me,
Greg,
man.
it's heavy.
You know what I mean? It's real
Heavy.
different for me, man.
I just tell the world, man, you can't. When we giving you parking, you got everything. Good food, music
Great
is
food,
good.
great
Great
food,
food.
The
great
food is-
food.
The food. I
That-
mean,
that
So,
lot-
so this is next Friday, right? So
Right.
what's the dress code for this event?
see, being that is comedy,
Is this
right?
after work? Is it
Well,
grown and sexy? What is going
So
on?
let me explain.
Okay.
I don't really. Sometimes some shows we
Slams.
have
A thing.
sometimes we have themes,
Okay.
and
Okay.
then other times there's no themes. But it's a comedy show, and people know when they coming out, they want to dress tastefully anyway. So everybody comes without even a dress code. They come looking nice, looking
Right.
sexy.
Okay.
Everybody want to impress everybody, so that's what you have there.
Okay.
So people come out in their best.
Have you ever had to turn anybody away because of the way they were looking?
I turned a couple of white T-shirts away. That's the only thing I promote. No white T-shirts. I think we could do a little bit better than
Yeah,
that.
White
most
t-shirt.
definitely.
Okay.
Most
I
definitely.
turn away a couple of white T-shirts. Like white T-shirts, come on, you ain't put no effort into what you're trying to do.
Okay.
I will turn a white T-shirt away, and I will give you your money back too.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna
Oh.
just turn you away, and I will turn you away and give you your money back.
That's real.
That's-
See, you
I'm
got
not gonna
code. There's
wear
a
tight
code.
white t-shirt.
Nah, I like to see him turn you away. 'Cause after what he said,
Yeah, white, yeah.
I'll be behind the bushes like.
That's mainly for the fellas, man. Like,
See, here
that's
comes
mainly-
Joe.
You know
Here
why I say
comes
that?
Joe.
Nah, you know why?
It depend on what type.
You know why I say that?
White
You know,
V-neck,
you know why I say
white
that?
tee,
Because a female could
see-through
a
shirt.
female could throw on a white tee and it be fitted,
Yes.
tight,
Yes.
and she have on some sexy jeans and some heels, and she looks great.
Yeah.
With a tie
She
to
could-
the back.
Yeah, she could do a tank top as
Yeah,
well.
tank top as well. So
Yeah. All right.
we,
That makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense. We
Show,
got one
like
of
a
those coming up.
politician show. I
We
got
got one
you,
of those
show.
coming up anyway. White tee, dream. We got one of those coming up.
White team, green team.
So we got 3 minutes, man. I first want to thank y'all for coming down, taking the time out. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
appreciate that.
More importantly, Raw, I know when you do these type of functions, you know what I'm saying? It's so hard to get everything going for about 5 hours. 5 hours it's over.
Right.
So you hustling, making these moves, getting tickets, and it's over for 5 hours. Is it worth it? Is it worth just that 5 hours of fun and then it's over?
To be honest, it ain't worth it. To be honest, it ain't worth it. But the joy I see from everybody coming out having a good time, that makes it worth it.
Okay.
'Cause-
That's what Show said.
and-
Show said the same thing.
Yeah.
It's you know what it is I'm a one-man team. Even though I have promoters with me, I still do everything by myself. So it makes it that much stressful. You know, at the end of the day, I don't have to do it. It's people that came about and said they want a team, but it depends on the show. Like, 'cause it's not. I'm not doing it for a money factor.
Okay.
As you can see, the tickets is $20.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
You're
know,
not trying
so
to bang people
yeah,
on
I'm
that.
not. I'm not
30,
banging you.
30,
I'm-
30, 30,
The
30.
tickets are normally $20. Without a performer on there is going to be more. So we got to
Okay.
perform on this show. That's why the tickets are more.
Okay.
But this show, any show that you're going to have comedy plus performance, comedy show concert, the tickets will be more. But the normal show is $20,
Okay.
and you get more than a bang for your buck.
Yeah, I mean, you can't vibe and all that. Good people seeing, a good situation in the Bronx. That's priceless
It's
to
priceless,
me.
bro.
I mean, I've been waiting my whole life for it. But
It's key. It's key. It's key. It's key to keep it in the Bronx. We trying to keep the Bronx heavy.
there we go. So
Go
we
ahead.
trying to close out last live Fridays. Double Law, Randy, Show. Do me a favor, just give him promo one more time, and then give him your handles, how to get at you for tickets and all that. Randy, set it off.
Okay, this is Randy. You can holler at me at 646-299-1751. Facebook, again, you can inbox me or you can contact me.
There you go.
Yo, listen, this Raw, Double R, Last Live Fridays. We in the building. Yo, I just want to shout y'all out before I go. You can reach me, like I said, on Instagram, Double R77. Also, you can reach me on Instagram at Last Laugh Fridays. And my math is 917-496-7237. It's on the flyers. So get at us. We look forward to seeing you guys come out. Yo, Show, take it away, man.
Show. You can reach me on Facebook, Dayton Show Nesbitt, or Instagram, Show Killzem, SHOWKILLZEM. You can reach me at 917-701-4282. Don't hesitate to get your tickets. We deliver.
Let's do it.
We will come to you.
Let's do it. Hip Hop Point of View, Last Laugh Fridays. We
Let's get it.
appreciate you.
Get
We
it.
out.
We
Let's go.
out.
We out.